engine sparks ignite. Push it harder, cut the night. Grip the wheel, it's all or nothing. Edge of fear, adrenaline flooding. One shot left, I can't rewind. I'm locked in chasing time. Closer now, the light is burning. Every turn, the tide is turning. Risk it all, I feel alive. This is the moment I arrive. I'll break the line, I'll cross the fire. Ride the speed, I'm climbing higher. No holding back, the world is mine. One last lap, I'll break the line. I'll break the line. Crowds are up, the ground is shaking. Every move, the future's waiting. Through the smoke, I see the sign. This victory will be mine. Closer now, the light is burning. Every turn, the tide is turning. Risk it all, I feel alive. This is the moment I arrive. I'll break the line, I'll cross the fire. Ride the speed, I'm climbing higher. No holding back, the world is mine. One last lap, I'll break the line. I'll break the line. Step aside, the limits fading. Every doubt evaporating. Through the Joker's path, I decide. This is my race, this is my drive. I'll break the line, I'll cross the fire. Ride the speed, I'm climbing higher. No holding back, the world is mine. One last lap, I'll break the line. I'll break the line. Gotta burn it up in the Joker series. Burn it down, push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender, no fear, we're tearing up the ground. In the Joker series, we're lost but never found. Burn it down, burn it to the core. Rev it up, leave them begging for more. Joker's calling, feel the rush, no doubt. In the series, we burn it down. Steel and sparks, we're dancing with the flame. Every corner's deadly, but we play the game. Joker's rules, no mercy, no disguise. See the hunger for the win in every driver's eyes. Wreckage in the rear view, ghosts on my tail. Push the throttle harder, I was born to fail. No brakes, no mistakes, just a rebel's heart. Joker series rips the world apart. Truth is, I'm wired, adrenaline's my vice. Risk it all, roll the dice, pay the price. Fuel in my veins, fire in my chest. Joker's got me hooked, no time for rest. Gotta burn it up in the Joker series. Burn it down, push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender, no fear, we're tearing up the ground. In the Joker series, we're lost but never found. Burn it down, yeah, burn it to the core. Rev it up, leave them begging for more. Joker's calling, feel the rush, no doubt. In the series, we burn it down.
Race underway, the very first Joker series. And I don't think anything like this has been done in Gran Turismo that's been at least broadcasted, so
Engines roar, the night ignites, speeding through the neon lights. the thrill. Ooh, yeah. The Joker series, chase the skill. Round and round, we play the game, fast and wild. Never tame.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Salamander Racing Joker Series. We are here for event number 11. Can you believe we have done 11 of these already? Right away, we're going to bring in some of my fellow commentators that are going to be joining me in this one. First and foremost, we've got my buddy SlowMoe. How you doing, SlowMoe?
Doing great. Thank you for having me tonight.
Glad to have you here. And for our second commentator, we have got Tati. Tati, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, Sal. Hey, everybody.
Welcome, welcome. So, all right, so here we are for the Salamander Racing Joker Series. For those that haven't been here before, a really quick rundown. The Joker Series, the whole concept of this is based on drivers having to do a Joker lap. Joker lap is basically just an extra bit of track. The drivers have all been briefed on where that is. Here at Road Atlanta, there's actually 2 Jokers that they have to take. So it's really fun, adds an extra bit of strategy to the mix, and really kind of, breaks things up, kind of gets rid of a little bit of the monotony. So that's what we're here to do. But before we actually get into the random info, let's first thank our sponsor. We have got 4D Racewear, makers of the ultimate sim racing shoes and custom apparel designed for sim racing by sim racers. 4D sim racing shoes are custom engineered to connect racers to the pedals in a way no other racing shoe can, and still provide all the comfort needed for those double and triple stints. Visit 4dracewear.com and check out the original racing gloves for your feet. And if you do place an order, if you use the code Salamander10X at checkout, you will get 10% off your order. All right. With that said, SlowMoe, can you go over the schedule today? What we can expect from people?
I don't think he heard you, but how about I do it?
Almost
These. Oh no, he is frozen. Yeah, let's go over the schedule really quickly. I actually don't have the schedule. Was I supposed to get a graphic for that?
No, there's no graphic. It's just that we're running 2 exhibition splits to start with, followed by a prize split or a competitive split, in which we will be giving away some prizes, which we will talk about in a little bit when we get to that one. And really quick, thank you to Fernando Button for 5 gifted memberships to the channel. Thank you, sir. I see you. All right. With that said, let's go into the round info. And yeah, Tati, you can take us through that.
Yes, let's do it. So, round info, as you said before, we've got some exhibition racing rather, 18 laps. There are 2 Jokers in the race, so 2 different Joker parts of the lap. So drivers have to use each one at least once during the race. Tire wear is set to 7X. Ooh, I like this. Street mediums and street softs are allowed. Neither one is required. The fuel burn is at 1X. Refuel rate will be 3 liters per second, and damage will be light. So folks will stay out on track and keep the action going.
Yep, and the 4 cars we're running, we've got that. We're running the 4 of the American Muscle Pro-tuned cars for this one. The Camaro 1969 Race Mod, a relatively new addition to the game. And then the GAC Maverick, the Mach 40, and the Roadster Shop Rampage. So the drivers have their choice of any of those 4 cars. While we're going to run 2 exhibition splits, the drivers do have to switch cars between races. They can't use the same car for both exhibition races. So that will be interesting. People have to put in practice for both of them. SlowMoe, did we hear you back?
Yeah, I think you. I hope you can. Can you?
Yep, we can hear
Sorry
you.
about that.
We can hear
Yes.
you. All right.
We locked up.
Yes, it looked that way. Glad to have you back. All right. So next we're going to go over the keys to this race. Number one key to the race is to be patient. We know at Road Atlanta it can be a skinny track, and especially going through the S's, there's times where, if you're a faster driver, you want to get around. There's certainly sections where you just need to be patient and kind of wait for the right opportunity.
Yeah, the second key to the race, from my perspective, is controlled aggression. You really you got a lot of horsepower in these vehicles out there, and you got to use it at the right place and do it just right to make sure to keep yourself pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, on that note, keeping yourself pointed in the right direction. These cars are super fast, and Road Atlanta is a great track for that. My key to the race is point and shoot. Be patient in those corners. Get that car facing the right direction before you get on that gas.
And there we go. That's our keys to the race. Those are the things that we have come up with that these drivers really need to keep in mind while getting around this tricky track here at Road Atlanta. So at this point, I'm going to go and duck out of here because I'm going to go talk to the drivers, make sure everybody's ready, and see if we can get this exhibition split underway. So I'm going to leave it in Tati and SlowMoe's capable hands here, guys. I will come back at the end of the broadcast when we congratulate our winners of the prize split and announce what the next combo is going to be next month. That's always the exciting part at the end. So until then, ta-ta, guys. You guys have fun commentating, and I'll see you once we get near the end.
Thanks, Sal. Go pull those levers and turn those knobs, okay?
Will do. See you in a bit.
SlowMoe, we've been left alone, which is probably not a good idea. Race strategy, and it looks to me like tires are going to be the name of the game in this one. I mean, obviously these are muscle cars, right? Or pony cars,
Right.
but they probably got muscle car engines in them at this point. I know they're going to use a lot of fuel, but do we think that in an 18-lap race at 1x fuel that it should be an issue?
I don't think it will. I mean, you might see some guys get a little splash here and there, but the horsepower with these cars is really the news story, if you're asking me. There's so much oomph, to get them things positioned right. Point and shoot really is, another thing they're going to have to do very well. I mean, I'm just thinking of trying to get one of these through the S's there, right? I mean, it's such a rhythm type track. You really have to control your body roll and make sure and maintain control of the car. And I think it might be a challenge, after you run, get comfortable, just one little slip up and your car's going to go into the shadow realm very quickly at ATL.
100%. And you know what? To that point, with these things being so torquey and so powerful, you're probably going to end up saving a little fuel anyway, because you got to be ginger on that gas out of some of these corners. I like that you called it a rhythm track. You're so right. I think it's what's so wonderful about Road Atlanta. While I would not say it's not a technical track, there are definitely parts of it that, hey, you got to know what you know, right? And you got to be
Right.
fine and finesse it. But it is also such a nice flowing track that when you're in the zone, it literally feels like dancing. And that's cliche, but it's true. It feels like dancing.
It does. You think about it as you navigate through the first section, you come up the big hill, you get that first corner right at the top of the hill, and now you're looking down at the chicane, or the S's section. If you can get your wheel spots where you want them, right on the edge, not too far, not losing traction, and then the next thing you're looking uphill at that left hand turn. If you can just you hit that one just right, and you're like, oh, the rhythm really the rhythm's going to get you. So,
Getting
you know,
qualified.
some guys are gonna
Getcha.
some guys are gonna enjoy that. Some guys are gonna have to ride that lightning, if you will. So it's going to be fun to watch these guys drive these big guys around the track.
I love everything that you just said because you're so right. Road Atlanta, like very few tracks open up with such a satisfying first sector, right? Like
Right.
you're right. Turn one up in that turn two, like figuring out making that left right down into the S's, and turn 5. You feel like Senna. You're just Senna. That's it.
Yeah. Right.
So it looks like we're on track now. That looks good. 1,000,004 to seize. In which car is this? Because I know these are all kind of named after the tuners that built them. But I want to say Camaro. I want to say like Camaro. All right, that one's called the Camaro Race Mod. We got some heavy hitters in here. SlowMoe, who do you see? You've been in there for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, T-Case, you've got Metal, Fred Bird. I think there's a WID appearance in here. You know, BPAPs. Man, there are some big hitters in this lobby, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun watching this one.
Yes. I'm happy to see some S7R representation. WID, you know what to do, bro. This combo looks so fun. I do love pro cars, and just the idea of taking a car that, you know, Detroit really only meant to launch off the line and go straight really, really fast, but then messing around with suspension and mounting points and trying to make it into a handling queen. I love it. A dancing queen, if you will.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. These things are stunning. Yeah. Why aren't we driving SlowMoe?
You know, I tell you, I could get out there, but I would be in the way after a couple laps. So I have not put in the chair time it takes to be able to hang out with these guys.
I haven't either, and on top of that, I'd be on controllers. So maybe I won't. Just think about it. Let me launch the game and just do the update. See what happens. See if Sal lets me in. But you know what? I'm not gonna embarrass myself like that. You right?
Well, I was gonna say you're probably a little better off than I am. I mean, for me, it's been a little while. Been busy, but that's that's a good thing. But you know, I've been in the commentary booth more than I've been on track. I don't hate that. I love watching these guys run. I picked up quite a few things. I have gotten a chance to run a few laps in the meantime. But man, you know, just to be able to get out on track with these guys, this is a great opportunity. So for those of you guys out there watching, you're not in your rig or on your pad, grab it, jump in and get into the next race with them. We've got some exhibition races you can join openly until we get to the prize route.
That's right. Definitely jump in. There's no registration needed. You know, it is open. If you have questions about where the lobby is, how to find it, etc., say so in the chat, and Sal will be happy to give you the information you need. Looks like we got some lap times coming in. WID up top so far with a 120.877. Nobody is surprised. C-Dub's behind him with a 121.2. Ooh, did somebody just jump up? No, that was Sal being the camera. Thanks, dude. Duke under. Oh, well, Shaggy Dude jumped up to second place with a 121 flat. Is anyone else gonna hit that 120 mark? SlowMoe, you seen anybody do it in practice?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, it looks like Jeffrey just went ahead and said he's going to do that, put up a 120.965. So I wasn't sure, but I guess that'll answer it. Shaggy would be the other one I think that certainly has an opportunity to get there.
Agreed. I think Shaggy can absolutely do it. Some other people who can as well. Maybe, you know, we're just on the second flying lap for some folks. So I don't expect it to be answered just yet. We'll see. I mean, WID could jump us into the 119s, and then we have to have the conversation all over again, right?
Well, and you know, C-Dubs is at 121 too. So as I'm talking about that, he's probably, if he's listening to the broadcast, he probably had a couple colorful choice words for me there. But let's see if he can navigate that thing and drop a couple more tenths off.
Well,
you know, 121.0 is what he's at now.
Well done. Paps finding a parking lot at Road Atlanta, which I'm not gonna lie, during Petite is incredibly difficult to find parking. So Paps going ahead and saving his spot early. The race isn't until October. Paps, you have time. Who's just jumping back up?
Well, Shaggy
those guys
do.
are in the pits. Oh, Shaggy. Yeah. Up to 120.7, which was better than Wid's old time, but Wid's got a 120.3 now. So
That's right.
Yep. Wow.
He is just getting warmed up.
That's right. And do I see some time progression? Is the light changing? Does that also mean the temp might change?
It should.
Like I feel like the shadows are long.
And yeah, the time is set to 15x.
So we've just learned something very, very fun. The time is set to 15x. No wonder.
Okay.
And everything is set to random. And by everything, I think he means everything. So there could be rain.
No, there's no rain.
Is it raining?
Oh yeah.
I didn't think there was rain in
There's
Atlanta.
Nope, it's just
I'm
sunny
so
and
sorry.
clouds.
As I'm looking out the window at an actual hurricane
Well,
right now,
yeah, I guess.
forgot that there's no rain at the track that's an hour away.
Fair. Okay. Yes, sir.
Oh man,
I can see how that'd be confusing.
very confusing because I'm just like, no, there's rain. There's many rain available. No, we're good. These guys are kind of line astern right now, but I don't think we're done with quali. It's a 10-minute quali.
Oh, 5
Yeah, but we got 5 minute. Okay, I was like, we have a parade lap happening now. And I'm with it for the vibes, truly. Short quali style. So we got Wit up top, Shaggy Do, just 8/10ths behind him with a 120.7. Wit did get that up to a 120 flat his time. Jeffrey is right behind Shaggy Do by 0.02 of a second with a 120.801, and on and on and on and on and on. Let's get to the actual race because that's the part that matters. Oh no! All right, SlowMoe, you want to read these results?
Yeah, certainly. Let me pull them up on the screen here. So we've got Wid, as you mentioned, coming in at a 120.050, almost flat. That's a really good lap there. Shaggy Do coming in P2 with 120.799. Jeffrey GT97YT at a 128.01. B Paps with a 120.960. Then you got C Dubs with a 121.082. S to C coming in the 121.284 mark. And then you've got my brother Fredbird there in the 121.941. He came in just ahead of Duke Thunder with a 121.998. Look at how close those two guys are right there. Then you've got Fernando Button with a 122.222. Sounds like a lottery ticket for you there, Fernando. Metal with a 122.462. PHG Nasty with a 122.530. T Case at a 122.929. Bandit with a 123.060. And Million Vertices at a 124.235 on that. And, Tati, as I'm looking through some of those times, one thing that I kind of start thinking about is how many of these guys are in a car that they're driving in this stint because they want to drive a different car in the next one, right?
I was thinking that because as I looked at the results, and I didn't pay close enough attention on the first page, but I think only 2 cars were represented, which was the Camaro race mod car, I think that's what it's called. Sorry,
and then the
Roadster
Shop
Rampage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so we're doing split bumper versus, or the other one's not a split bumper. Is it a splitty? No.
What, the Rampage or the?
No,
the
the
other
Rampage
one?
is a split
The Camaro?
bumper.
Okay.
Yeah, the Camaro race mod. I don't think it's a split bumper, but we'll see it on track in a minute here. Yeah, it's not. It's not. So, I do have a preference for the split bumper 2nd gen Camaro,
Okay.
but they all look good. Don't get me wrong. I've always wanted a classic Camaro. In fact, preferably like a 69, so a 1st gen.
Great choice.
Great choice, right? And I probably should have convinced my dad to buy me one when they were super cheap. But then boomers, got a little money and the prices
they're no longer cheap. No,
they're no longer cheap. Now I am of what used to be the considered the boomers, and so I'm watching the same thing happen with like 80s and 90s cars, right? Like all my little classic BMWs are insanely expensive. I'll never sell mine.
Yeah, I gotta love, some people don't like them. Some people love them. My first car was a BMW. It was an 85 318
Nice.
manual, so I got to learn how to drive a stick right away, which I still drive a stick to this day. But
Yeah.
going back to these cars, the resto mods, man, how cool is it to have an old classic car but updated brakes and the all the good components with today's technology, but looking with the class and the style and the body, the body curves of the old times. That's just, man, that is a fine art there in itself.
Oh yeah, I mean, just honestly, just
Getting started.
the wherewithal to do it, right? The pro mod scene is fantastic. The pro car scene. But we are about to get started. We're gonna get on track. We're gonna see how they perform on the track right now, just between the two Camaros. The Camaro race mod and of course the Roadster Shop Rampage. We are on the line. Ooh, standing start. You know what?
Oh man, I hope they got some traction control going.
Oh yeah, right. Not win, and you see he is busting it out in first gear, zero fear, perfect throttle control there. Man, he's off, got a good start. I don't see any drama behind him really. Just a couple moves trying to be made around that 4th and 5th spot, but Shaggy doing a great job to stay glued to the back of Win and make sure he got to turn 1 without being challenged. They're already starting to build a little bit of a gap there. That was kind of sketchy looking for Shaggy. Cold tires, of course. Have you seen anything happen in the back of the pack, SlowMoe?
No, it looked like Fernando had a little bit of a slide going into turn 1, but he was able to get it back under control and kind of slide back into line. There's a little bit of shifting going around mid-pack. Those guys are trying to get comfortable. C-Dubs did get himself a little half-second penalty somewhere back between here and T1.
Yep, I see it, and C-Dubs is going to lose that 3rd place because, I mean, that straight is the fastest part of the track, and he's got cars right behind him, and with the slipstream and just how long he's going to have to stop, I do believe by the time we get to the chicane, he'll lose a position, and sure enough, he's getting challenged there by, I think it was Jeffrey. Yep, Jeffrey's into 3rd. Can't remember who was in 4th behind him, but ooh, we have Duke Thunder going for an absolute ride. Can he break in time for the chicane? Not really, and he kind of taps P-Paps there. He's gonna move off the line and let folks pass. Maybe a little bit of embarrassment there. The rejoin was interesting, but first lap, first race of the evening, first lap. Oh, just kind of forgot to turn in a kink. That was weird. You can't go straight there, and you can't go straight there. Oh. I don't know if he was getting off track so much as he kind of oversteered into that direction and decided to let it play out.
Or maybe that was controller failure on him or something to that extent. Hard to say what was going on with that.
Could be, yeah, just went straight, which, I mean, sometimes you get tunnel vision or, very start of the race, you're just really trying to keep up with the pack, and it's easy to miss something like that. It sounds stupid, but yeah, you can miss the kink. Which, happened, but ultimately he got 18 laps to catch back up. He doesn't look like he completely lost the pack, and this track is very forgiving to those who can get into that slipstream. We have another penalty. That's C-Dubs, who I guess took... Oh, he didn't serve it on the first lap. Okay, well, he had gotten passed for 3rd for sure. I saw Jeffrey's name get up there, but Jeffrey's down to 7th now, so I think something terrible happened to him. So C-Dubs back into 3rd place here. Fernando Button up into 5th, navigating that chicane really, really well. SlowMoe, that chicane, love it, hate it, does it treat you well?
It does, generally speaking. Yeah, it's a tricky little one, though.
Yep. Okay, I thought I saw somebody dive in a gray car. Metal taking the first of his Joker laps, I believe. That's the one that is right before the bridge here on... headed towards turn 1, or not turn 1, the final turn, and T-Case as well, taking his first Joker early on in the race. Do you think SlowMoe any benefits taking that Joker early on, maybe to get out of this traffic, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get the Joker lap in and get yourself a little bit of clean air early on in the race, that might really play out if you're trying to, stretch your tires out as long as possible. If you're on that soft set, it might behoove you to do what you can to keep those alive.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about tires possibly being the only thing to really have some strategy around. I do see lots of drivers on the softs. I'm guessing there might be some on the mediums, maybe towards the mid pack or the back of the pack there.
I will tell you in 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
So we've got Jeffrey on medium,
Okay.
Ecstasy, Nasty, Duke, Million, and TKs.
Okay.
So about half the field almost.
Yeah, just about. Cool. Love to see the representation for both. Oh my gosh, these sounds are glorious. Oh my gosh. These cars sound so good. They remind me of Flo, have you ever been or heard of the Daytona Classic? Happens at obviously Daytona in Florida.
I think the only place I've heard of it is from you, to be honest.
From me.
But I remember you talking about this.
So clearly I've talked about it too much. We can move on now. Big penalty for Fernando Button. 1.5 seconds. I don't even know where you picked that up. But that's going to be an ugly one to serve. He's in 12th place. He's got a few cars behind him, but those are cars that serve penalties, I believe. And so, or not serve penalties, sorry. Did their Joker laps. And I don't think Fernando's done one, so effectively he will lose a few positions here, even though there's not really that many cars directly behind him. I think 1.5 is going to cost him here.
Yeah, speaking of penalties, C-Dubs with a 1 second, and Fred's got that half, as you see there. So those two both ended up getting a little something. But man, look at the gap that Shaggy and Wid are starting to put in front of C-Dubs and Fred and Jeffrey and those guys right now. Really putting some space in there. Wid being 2.9 seconds ahead of Shaggy. Shaggy 8.3 seconds ahead of C-Dubs at this point. We're 5 laps in.
That's right. And C-Dubs has had to serve a penalty for half the laps we have been running. So makes sense that gap is building there, of course. Hopefully we can get these guys bunched back up here because we're starting to lose drivers because of those penalties. I wonder where they're all picking them up. I mean, it's lap 4, lap 5 for some people now. I can't call it early race jitters anymore.
No, I think you're right. But, like we talked about the rhythm in the track, it is very easy to abuse a couple of those turns and just think that, you had another little spot of track to be able to use, and the game penalizes you for it. And sometimes it can really be a pixel penalty because you're really trying to cut a couple of these sharp.
That's right. You're right. There are a lot of corners that you try to cut really hard, and I would say the chicane is definitely one. And I wonder if people are just getting caught up by the fact that these aren't GT3 cars and they're not as wide, so they're trying to eat as much curb in their view as they think they should, right? But they're in a much narrower car, and so it's all 4 off the line. Good point there. As you can see, C-Dubs doing a great job cutting the chicane. You do cut that deep. That's why there's all that mud, on either side of the curbs in the chicane. It's because you cut it as far as you can. Ooh, that looks like a cut right there, but I had to be really careful and ginger. Wow, Sal, these Jokers are diabolical.
Yeah, this is a tough one, isn't it? As we got another Joker lap here.
Man, just like slam on the brakes, 90 degrees. You might as well parallel park it for as long as it takes to get through there. And metal off into the last corner there. I was wondering when we were going to see somebody do that in one of these things. He manages to keep it out of the wall, kind of, sort of. No big damage. Kind of brushed it a little bit there. Here's the replay. Yeah, he just goes straight, and he was still on the gas too. It just didn't even look like he was trying to slow down for that turn at all. I'm guessing drivers have to lift in these cars there. Have you noticed that? I haven't really...
Oh, you think that might be a good strategy in this one? Oh, man.
It felt like he had it pinned. That thing was hitting the ref loop, and I'm like, that
it really did.
Like the opposite of what you should...
Well, and even on the start, you saw Wid go, basically all the beans. Man, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I'd have had to have been 5 traction control and still feathered it.
Well, I was watching. He went all the beans, but immediately pulled back on it when the tires started spinning. Soon he just wanted to get it to, high RPM and then hook. He did a really good job, and I was actually really impressed for him doing that in first gear. I can pull it off in second. I can raw dog it, traction control in second, but a first gear launch with a big old V8 like that takes some special skill for sure. these liveries are fantastic, aren't there? And I know that like it's okay to race without like a special livery, but I do love how these drivers just kind of dedicate the time to even pulling something awesome together like this. We've seen some classic style liveries like the Pennzoil and some like custom stuff, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things I always loved about Gran Turismo, and these, the guys do such a great job getting their cars decorated and looking good for these events that they show up to. Man, their pit crews they've got good, strong decal guys too.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of these guys get their liveries from some of the same few people or teammates. We have a change in lead here. Shaggy due to the front of the line. He's got 1.5 seconds on Wid. Was that a little jump over the hump there? Anyway, he stops to take his own Joker. I think maybe Wid took a Joker in that explains
Wid just
the time.
did, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, got
That's
it.
correct.
And so, well, no, if Wid just did, I'm trying to figure out why Shaggy got in front or how. So that's his second one. Okay, so he did take 2 Joker laps, and that's why he ended up behind Shaggy. Shaggy just took 1 of 2. Who's this? This is Angry Fredbird coming through here. I think we have someone else about to come out of the Joker section. Yep. Careful. That is.
Oh, Fernando's with him with a 3-second, huh?
3 seconds? Like penalty?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So I don't know. Let me see if I can see. Where'd Fernando go? Oh, Fernando he's in P14 and he pit on lap 6, and I think he got a pit penalty at some point.
And now he's taking a very interesting line through the kitty litter there, but man, that's a tough penalty there. 3 seconds is rough in any race. It's a long one, but it ain't that long. We're actually almost halfway through, working lap 8 of 18 with our Pink Panther in the lead, Shaggy Doo. Careful, Shaggy.
Second Joker.
All right, here comes Shaggy to take that second Joker. Wish the cameras would follow us through here, but they don't. I wonder if can we test maybe in-car cam during that? I want to see what the driver sees. I've never even noticed that was there. So
that section, right? Yeah, that's such a cool use of it.
Man, let me tell you, this guy, I don't know if you guys have heard of him. His name's Salamander. He does these awesome races called the Jokers, and he just goes around these tracks and finds these obscure spots that you would imagine you'd get reset in, but Sal has figured out that we can drive on these areas, and now we have to, as you can see. Oh, here we go. In camera with Nasty. Oh, that will not turn. That's probably so slippery there. Yikes. And he's off. SlowMoe, that I know that like Formula Drift, when they come through, they obviously go through the first chicane. I think that might be the turnaround chicane. Is that right? Is that how they come back around?
Oh, it might be.
Okay. Because I'm feeling like I've seen it in real life but not noticed it in the game, which is funny. But, again, why would I have ever needed to use it? Except if Salamander made me. Man, Wid back in the lead.
One of those advantages that you get going actually in person to the track, really getting a good handle for some of these areas that, well, we don't use them all the time. Now here you are in the Joker series, and a lot of people are like, what's this spot?
Exactly. Wid into the pits, those racing softs about halfway through their life, and he's halfway through the race. So Wid doing a great job of managing his tire use, 68% fuel. So yes, no
Fredbird,
big deal for fuel there. And the angriest of Fredbirds, SlowMoe's brother, now in provisional lead with that wonderful red, white, and blue livery. America, heck yeah.
America. That's right.
Where it's World Cup time, and I'm not gonna lie, SlowMoe, I am not American during the World Cup. Those are Olympics.
No.
No. Those are Olympics behaviors. Okay, we're American in the Olympics. When it comes to the World Cup, I've always been Brazilian. At this time, because Haiti's in it, and I'm Haitian.
Okay.
But when Haiti's not in the World Cup, all Haitians are Brazilian, and so if we get knocked out tomorrow night when we play Brazil, guess what? I'm back to being Brazilian.
Changing time.
Exactly. Ooh, Bandit with a 1.5 second penalty. I will say I'm American during the Women's World Cup because you know what? They've actually won the title a couple of times. Maybe
Yeah, they have.
try it. You know.
Oh man, you know, in the World Cup, such good sportsmanship for the most part. But you want to talk real sportsmanship? Let's see how these guys are going to close this race out here with about 8 laps to go. You know, some of these guys probably need to get into the pits, which I think there's a few of them that have not yet.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that with Joker laps having been taken and tires having been changed, we're right on the edge there. Man, talk about using every last bit of the track and the painted line. Anyway, hopefully with everyone having taken their stuff, we'll see the race kind of bunch up, and we will get to see some of that sportsmanship in action. Because all these guys are really good at racing each other. I mean, so many of these drivers have been racing each other for years. They're really good at side-by-side action, and these cars are, while they're made to handle, they are still big, heavy American iron, and they move around a lot. Not much downforce in these.
Yeah, and you saw it kind of early on in the race. It seems like everybody's gotten a little bit more comfortable now that they've got some wear on those tires and kind of smoothed themselves out. You don't see as much slipping and sliding as you did early on. So maybe something that we'll watch for in the upcoming split. You know, how well do they do in the beginning compared to the middle and the end?
That's right. And also you got to consider the cars are lighter, and it's enough to make a difference. We started full tanks. We're looking at 3/4 tanks for some of these drivers, if not less. Actually less here for Angry Fredbird. So the cars are also just going to be handling a little bit better without all that fuel weight, on the back end. They'll probably turn in a little bit better as well. Fredbird seemed to take that Joker a lot better than some of the other drivers did earlier on in the race.
I know he definitely put some practice in, so I think Fredbird was showing up prepared today.
Okay, Fredbird. All right. Well, you got to show up your fellow drivers sometimes. So whether it's fuel or just practice and seat time, we love it. He is being chased down by Wid now, but I think
he is
second Joker maybe. So, but the closing speed is crazy. I think Fredbird needs tires.
Yes, he does. He does.
Okay, I was about to say. I was like,
Fred has not been in. Yeah, and you can tell he's not going to battle with Wid. He's probably going to try and tuck behind him and just kind of follow that line.
That's right. He's not in the race with Wid. Clearly, he's still got a pit, so he's going to be in the race with some other drivers who haven't pitted yet. But being smart there to not get into a pitched battle with someone who he wasn't really in contention with necessarily. When he's got other people behind to worry about. He's got to stay fast while on those worn tires. Shaggy, third place, also chasing him down. C-Dubs with the super fresh tires was up there in that top 3. So fresh tires, I think we've seen him take a couple of Jokers, in fact. Definitely at least one. But I think it was
yep.
So C-Dubs also in the running to get up front and take a win, or at least get back on the podium here as he runs into traffic. That's going to hurt, but Fernando moved out of the way pretty quickly. Just caught him in a bad spot there.
Yep, fair play to Fernando, giving him some room and kind of letting him take that outside line. It can be a nice fast line around that turn, as you see. He's going to push it up into that hilly section I was talking about. And Tati, when you come up here, are you looking at the trees? What's your mark up that hill?
Ooh, what is my mark up that hill? Muscle memory, trying to remember. Actually, It's not the trees. I'm looking at the curb on the left for my braking.
Okay.
And depending on the car, tires, etc., I might brake right at it, a little before, a little after. But either way, it is my marker. Man, Metal also using all of the track. Gotta love it. We'll watch with Metal right now, and maybe that'll jog my memory as to what else is my point and shoot. But I think it's just, I know if I slow down enough there, I can just turn in pretty easily.
Yeah, you can make this. Right.
Make this. Exactly. So I focus on the braking there because I think that's the most important part. I don't really aim at any particular point, which would probably help me be a bit more consistent there because it's very easy to pick up a penalty. I think I kind of muscle memory it now. Ooh, that's going to be fun.
We might have just watched Nasty get a penalty. I'm not sure if that's going to hit him or not.
It hit him. It's right there, half second. And Metal gets past. And Nasty's going to have to serve that penalty. So just lost the position and is going to lose the opportunity to really chase it down. Oh yeah, Metal with a way better exit out of turn 5 there because Nasty was out wide. Probably had to get off the throttle just to even keep it on the track. And so Metal almost got it to the back of him, actually. There he is. Yep, into 9th. Nasty will have served that penalty. Picked it up early enough. Wid with an 8.6 second gap on Angry Fredbird. I'm sorry, 8.8. We're on lap 14. When's your brother gonna pit? I don't think he's pitting. I think he's just one stopping it, which, hey, might get him a lot more.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember where he started?
I know the first lap he was up to 5th, but I want to say he started lower than that. And I don't have the starting grid right in front of me, but I think it was 5th or 6th, maybe.
Okay. Well, I think I just saw somebody pitted on the tree. I saw it on the left-hand side on the timing tree. So it's not too late. He may still jump in, but it ain't gonna be this lap because there he goes.
No, there he goes.
Here he comes, and there he went. It says his pit crew. Second place. He's holding Shaggy a little bit. Shaggy is gonna run into the back of him here, but not necessarily easy to pass here until like turn 6, 7. Oh no, nope, he's not gonna fight him. Angry again, opting to not fight, but I think he might have slowed himself down way too much there.
Well, he has no tires. He has no tires. I mean, yeah, it shows that he has tires, but as you saw, Wid was coming off his about halfway down. That traction is not great when you've got this much horsepower.
You're absolutely right. So that's probably it. I thought he was just trying to hustle himself out of the way and maximize his time, but you're right. Probably just has to stop that soon. C-Dubs coming down, and he's got fresh tires, but he's got 8.7 seconds. It's a lot to overcome, but Fredbird has no tires. But there aren't that many corners that are as slow as that, turn 2 chicane. So may have a chance here, really, to keep C-Dubs at bay. Seriously.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of time to do it too. I mean, they're getting ready to start lap 16 here. So, and just as I say that, Fred makes a joker.
Oh, he still had a joker?
He did. So C-Dub has gone by him as he did that one.
All right.
Frederick. I don't know that that's one he gets called very often.
Nope. Well, C-Dub's on into 3rd, which we thought might happen for him. Jeffrey still only 6th place. I think whatever happened to him at the beginning of the race when he was fighting for 3rd for a little bit, dropped down to 7th place. It looks like he hasn't quite recovered, and that is not how you take that final turn. Ooh. But it is so commonly how we take that final turn, isn't it? Wait, save though. Excellent save. I thought he was going to be in the wall, on the inside wall there, because that's usually what happens. You get on the outside, you lose traction, and it spins you to the right directly into that pit wall. So very lucky to get away with that for Jeffrey. Ooh, is Nasty in trouble? Nasty has no tires. He was on those mediums, and honestly, that left front doesn't look to have done any better than people who were on the softs. The other tires look great, but that left front, she needs help.
Yeah, I think you've got 3 people who might not have done a pit yet: TK's, Nasty, and Fredbird. Because as I'm kind of going through and looking at tires, man, theirs are smoke.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Nasty unable to maintain traction to keep the speed there into turn 5, and that's the second pass that we're going to see there. He won't pick up a penalty, but certainly was wary of going wide there. His right side tires don't look terrible, but they are not nearly as good as Duke's, who's on almost new soft, so Duke would have been able to carry more speed through that corner and get up out of there. It's such a momentum-based corner, to your point about it being a flowy track. It's easy, obviously, to go too far over the edge and catch that penalty, but at the same time, you want to go to the very edge and just find that last pixel that you can use, right? Ooh.
You absolutely
okay,
do.
That was a blue flag pass. Sorry, I thought that was positional.
And back up to the front as we see Wid, who is going to be closing and out. Here's one more lap. Yeah, starting off his final lap.
Coasting. Shaggy Doo never quite able to get up there, even though they were, I think, on similar tire strategies. I think they pitted around the same time. They took their jokers at different times. But man, look at Fredbird's tires. The left-hand side tires are no longer in existence. He is on rims basically, and just surviving by like the tire glue on the rim.
He's got every assist on, and he's got an advantage because he drives an old car like that as a daily driver, so he knows how to work these things.
Hey, you know what? My new to me 1998 Crown Vic has been putting me through the paces of like car control. I'm like, you know what? You're a floater. Let's do it.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Fun times in that.
Learn how the police had to do it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I remember, wait, hold on. We're approaching the end. I will tell this anecdote between races, but remind me of police and Crown Vics, please.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Had a lot of taxi drivers in my family too. Crown Vics were always around, all Panthers. But Wid coming across, not across the line, but in the last turn here, which he has been perfect in, and across the line as our winner, first winner of the night by 14.5 seconds. We saw him chasing down a back marker there. Shaggy Doo is going to come in just behind him and across the line into second place. So basically where they started, first and second, they both had incredible qualifying laps. We'll see C-Dubs with the miraculous save, holding on to third place despite penalty issues. Does that count? Is it like football where if you don't get a tire over the line, you didn't cross it? Angry Fredbird will cross into fourth place. But yeah, I don't think C-Dubs had a tire even on the checkered line there. Jeffrey, gonna do the same thing? No, he's gonna keep it on the road into fifth. B Pabst rather, into sixth place. That's hard to say. PHG's S to C is going to casually send it across for seventh place, and Metal, who has one of the coolest liveries out here, as simple as it is, will cross into eighth. It's just such a nice body style for that gunmetal. And here we are looking at ninth place Bandit. 10th place Duke Thunder, and Nasty will come into 11th place. T-Case in Million Vertices will have already taken the checkered flag and finished 12th and 13th respectively. And that's it. There were only 13 of us. Fernando Button did have to retire, and he's been in the chat encouraging everyone. Congratulations to my teammate though, S7R Wid. I do believe he's our superstar. I don't think there's a faster S7R driver, except me. But I haven't been racing in a while.
The S7R team is tough. Hover's pretty quick himself as well, isn't he?
Hover is pretty quick. Yep.
Okay.
He's been doing a lot more commentating than racing, I believe, which he's getting really good at, or I've always been pretty good at it.
He is.
Yeah. We got to commentate. Bilingual, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's read these race results here. Of course, in first, S7R's Wid in that race mod Camaro. PHG's Shaggy Doo will take second place in the Roadster Shop Rampage Camaro. PHG C-Dubs in third. Angry Fredbird in fourth, and Jeffrey will be in fifth place. B Pabst, I can say it now, in sixth place, and in seventh place you've got PHG S to C. Eighth place we're looking at Metal. In ninth we have RTS Bandits. In 10th PHG Duke Thunder. In 11th PHG's Nasty, and then in 12th place our friend T-Case. In 13th we're looking at Million Vertices, and 14th Fernando Button. SlowMoe, I stopped reading the names of the cars they were driving because it seemed to be a pretty well stacked. I think we saw a couple where they were doubled up, but for the most part it was a good mix of both cars.
Yeah, it really was. Sal saved the replay. I thought those guys did a really good job with navigating those vehicles. Obviously the first one out, they're not going to be driving the same one in the next race, right? So
Right.
You know,
Right.
maybe some of these guys are still holding some stuff close to the chest. They know how to do something with one of the other cars that they didn't in this one. I don't know, but that was a lot of fun to watch those guys work them beasts around there.
Yeah, and they did a great job. Like, yeah, in the beginning, it seemed like folks were kind of a little bit iffy, and maybe you're right. Maybe this is kind of like their throwaway car, so they're not as familiar with it or whatever. So, I do expect drivers to just get faster and faster as the night goes on, assuming they stay in and race in multiple splits.
Driver of the race.
Um,
Yeah. Who would you say would be your driver of that race, Tati?
ew, driver of the race. Who stood out? Um, Shoot, C-Dubs, I will say, because again, C-Dubs managing to hold on to what he had despite trying his absolute best to lose it at the very start of the race.
Yeah, I mean, it's so often a lot of people go, 2 or 3. I'm going with Angry Fredbird, and not because he's my brother, because I thought he ran a really good race, stuck to his strategy, no stop, made it work. Wasn't as fast as he wanted to be at the end, but he knew that, and made sure he wasn't losing any more traction trying to fight anybody for position. Still ended up in 4th. Really, really good finish there.
Yeah, well done. Well, and honestly, well done by all the drivers. These cars
Yeah.
aren't easy to drive. It's not an easy track to drive. It's such a fast track. Any mistake is costly, and mistakes are easy at the speeds that you generate at Road Atlanta. It's why it's such a classic track. One of my favorite kinds of tracks. Flowy is what you called it. I love a good hilly natural terrain track. It's old
Yeah.
school. Road Atlanta, Brands Hatch, shoot Zandvoort, all those tracks that just follow the topography of the land, directly into my veins, please. What do we do now?
Take a break.
We're gonna take a quick break, guys. We're gonna get everybody a chance to go to the bathroom, take a drink, jump into the lobby for the next split here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All right, there we go. Good job, guys. SlowMoe, when we come back,
Cutting through the air, every nerve alive. The world's a blur of motion, only speed survives. Pressure in the veins, time is breaking down. Take the line that twists away, no turning back now. Adrenaline, rushing in the bloodstream, can't contain. One chance, one line, overtake, redesign. Adrenaline, voices in the engine sing. One chance, one line, cross the corner's deadly, but we play the game. Joker's rules, no mercy, no disguise. See the hunger for the win in every driver's eyes. Wreckage in the rear view, ghosts on my tail. Push the throttle harder, I was born to fail. No brakes, no mistakes, just a rebel's heart. Joker series rips the world apart. Truth is I'm wired, adrenaline's my vice. Risk it all, roll the dice, pay the price. Fuel in my veins, fire in my chest. Joker's got me hooked, no time for rest. Gotta burn it up, in the Joker series, burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender, no fear, we're tearing up the ground. In the Joker series, we're lost but never found. Burn it down, burn it to the core. Rev it up, leave them begging for more. Joker's calling, feel the rush, no doubt. In the series, we burn it down. Crash and burn, spin out, lose control. Joker's laughing, it's a fight for my soul. Blood on the track.
We're back, and you should be too. So we just left off with a very fantastic first race split. Now let's talk about the driver of the race that we all voted for, actually. And the winner of that is Angry Fredbird with 60% of the vote.
Yeah.
Good tire whispering campaign there. And then we got C-Dubs. It took 30% of the vote in second, and Wid with 10% of the vote. So that's you know what? I gotta agree with the Angry Fredbird thing. You know, of course, I voted for C-Dubs, but yeah, Angry killed it. Angry killed it.
Well done, Fredbird.
Yes, well done. So next race is coming up soon, but I think first we need to talk about our sponsor again. Yes, SlowMoe?
Absolutely. Makers of the ultimate sim racing shoes and custom apparel designed for sim racing by sim racers. 4D sim racing shoes are custom engineered to connect racers to the pedals in a way no other racing shoe can, and still provide all the comfort needed for those double and triple stints. Visit 4dracewear.com and check out the original racing gloves for your feet. And I got to tell you, I've seen some of those jerseys that a couple of those guys have gotten. Sal's got one. Papa's got one. Was that Metal that I think got one from one of the previous races? They are super nice. I will be getting a SlowMoe jersey. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. I believe it. They do look good. Sal likes to wear his, and it looks awesome. So yeah, let's all get jerseys actually. So guys, that's 40 Racewear. We're gonna go back over round info. There will be 2 splits, exhibition splits, and then the last split will be the prize split where you actually win something. All of these races will be the same as far as settings, or sorry, the exhibition racing settings are 18 laps. You get 2 Joker sections that you have to take, both of them at least once during the race. Tire wear is set to 7X. That really came into play in this last split here. So street mediums and street softs are allowed. Neither is required. We've seen both make it through the entire race so far. Fuel burn is 1X. It is not an issue. Refuel rate, 3 liters a second, also not an issue. And damage is light. So drivers won't have to pit for damage, and they will pick it up. The cars,
yes, they will.
the cars they're allowed to damage will be the Camaro. It's a 1969 Camaro race mod, the Back Maverick, the Mach 40, and the Roadster Shop Rampage. So 2 Fords and 2 Chevys, as far as I can tell, I believe. And we've seen the 2 Chevys go head to head in the last split. We've got a couple of Mach 40s and GAC Mavericks in the lobby this time, SlowMoe.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be really interesting to see how the guys in the Mavericks do. I think that may be one of the more challenging vehicles out here out of that pick. But maybe they get a good matchup with that Maverick or the Mach. Maybe they know something I don't know, which is highly likely. We'll see if we have some more tire whisperers in this next stint as well.
SlowMoe, you are too kind. Calling the GAC challenging. I'm gonna keep it a buck, guys. I'm gonna. There are no secrets, okay? Because what we were told is that the car sucks. And that it's a throwaway car because drivers have to drive one of each. And I don't say that in a negative way. I say that to mean, yes, a challenge, because of course everyone wants to do well in all the splits, but you know, doing it in the car that's crap, that's bragging rights. You know what I mean? That's a self challenge. That's something to aspire to.
Yeah, it
So
really is, man. You
you
know,
do a
these
lot.
guys always love a good challenge.
Always, always. Have you done a lot of league racing in your time on Gran Turismo?
No, I have not done a ton of league racing. I've watched more league racing than I've run.
Got it, got it. Well, one of the fun things or not so fun things about league races, especially in leagues where the cars available are limited, is sometimes you got to do a whole season in the worst car on the field. And something about it is great. I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe it's a sense of masochism. Maybe I'm broken. But I've enjoyed seasons where I had the absolute worst car, whether it was the slowest or the hardest to control. It's a point of pride, you know?
No,
Right.
that's reasonable. And I can relate to that because I did run in a league and it was like a wheel of death kind of thing where you got what you got and that's what you ran. And you know, like one of them was the Genesis G70. I still drive that car to this day. Never got in it before then, but man, I love it. Another one was the the one of the Audis, which I don't still drive to this day. You know, so you get a little bit of both sides of that. And this may be an interesting example where you're going to see some of these guys go out there in one of those cars, and you know, maybe they hold on to it for a little while based on what we've heard about with the Maverick. Maybe not.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. It'll be interesting to see how it does out there. You know what? We should pull up the specs for some of these cars. Because what I know is power, but I don't know how much. You know what I mean? Very
A lot.
minimal. A lot.
Yeah. I want to say there's some commas out there.
Yes.
Thousands.
Yes, probably thousands. It wouldn't surprise me. Which, gosh, how do you even like decide to let your right foot control that much power? Just the right one.
Yeah,
It
just
bears
one.
all
Just one.
responsibility.
And looks like they're out getting their outlaps going here while Tati looks up some horsepowers.
Some horsepowers. Continue without supporting. No, I'm not turning it off. No. So, if we look at the Camaro race mod, that 69 Camaro, it is supercharged. I thought I heard a little bit of a whine as it passed by on one of these drivers. It's a supercharged V8, of course. Makes 657 horsepower, 623.6 foot-pounds out of an LT5. What's the displacement on this thing? I don't see it right now in the Gran Turismo wiki, but I'm sure that info is somewhere. It is a 6-speed gearbox, though. Are these sequential? I'd imagine these are kind of built.
Yeah, I don't know that answer, Tati. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Let's wait till somebody has to shift, and we'll hear it because we're experts. Oh yeah, that sounds sequential. Let's see him shift up though. I think so. Can we go? I'm nosy. Can we go in the cockpit? Let's see what they're doing. If somebody's picking their nose, then they're picking their nose. It is what it is. You know. Oh, that's dark. Yeah, it's sequential. Look at that. Look at that. Just a quick bump to the downshift. Yeah.
Tati, for those out there that don't know what sequential is, give them explain that for them.
Oh, absolutely. So, if you are used to, or if you've seen a manual transmission, typically you'll see the shifter goes in what we call an H pattern. Let's say you have 4 speeds. You got 1 in the top left, 2 in the bottom left, 3 will be in the top right, and 4 will be in the bottom right, and that is what we call an H pattern shifter. With a sequential shifter, you don't have to go through the H. You just pull it down and it'll go to the next gear up. You push it forward and it'll go to the next gear down in sequence. So The one thing is you can't manually select the exact gear you want. You do have to go down the gears. Say you're in fifth, you want to get down to second, you got to go fifth, fourth, third to second. Whereas an H pattern, you can, if you're in fourth gear, you just hit that clutch and you put that gear shift wherever you want to. Okay, whatever part of the H you want it on, you can. However, sequential shifters are faster. They remove that human element of having to physically move your arm and knob into the next gear. That was long-winded.
Yeah, similar to what you get in some of the new cars where they give you the paddle shifters, right?
Yes, exactly. Very similar to that. You can't paddle shift your way from second all the way up to fifth. You got to go second, third, fourth, fifth. Those are a type of sequential shifter, sir. The Roadster's in age, keeping it old school. The 69 Camaro. Yes, it sure is. Look, he's keeping his hand on there, and you can see him go up, down, down again. Wow. So the Roadster, that's the one that's the 6-speed. Oh no, sorry, that's not the one that's the 6-speed. That's the race mod. Let me see what the Roadster has. Gotta be a 5, right? Yep, it's a 5-speed H pattern shifter. Who's this? Is this the GAC in that in that cool AMC livery there? Sequential as well. Okay, nice. I feel like AMCs don't get enough love, but those taillights are smexy. Mach 40? What you doing? Oh, that's H-y. It's giving H. Yeah, that's an H pattern. Old school, baby. Still got chrome on the dash and everything, SlowMoe.
Yeah, look at that. That is, oh man, that's classic right there.
Look at that steering wheel. Which one of these are you taking?
Oh man.
Right. I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry. Go ahead.
No, and you may laugh. I'd probably take the GAC on this one, to be completely honest.
Nice.
In real life, sure.
Was it the AMC livery? Was it the delivery that we saw that? Because that was
It
awesome.
might be. That's sharp, man. That'll.
It is.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind driving that down the street.
This one too. Paps, though, we just passed the Paps with the police livery on the Roadster shop. The Roadster, the Rampage there, beautiful. Again, I just love those split bumper Camaros. And it reminds me of Georgia State Patrol, because man, do they love to impound a Hellcat or a Mustang and put that Georgia State Patrol livery on.
I think my favorite livery so far goes to Vetter Dan. If you haven't caught the Joker livery, looks really good. And while we've been talking about shifters and patterns and all that, qualifying is pretty much just about done. You see Wids come in with the 120,
Yep.
B-Paps right behind him with a 120.6, Jeffrey at a 121.0, Vetter Dan 121.3, C-Dubs 121.7, Duke Thunder 122.3, Metal with a 122.8, DK at a 123.0. So, wow, that went quick, didn't it?
It did. I mean, we spent the whole time talking about shifters and horsepower, but you know what? It's fine. You know, that's exciting too. We're gearheads. You know, there's racing.
It is.
And then there's technical specs. Come on.
True. Very true.
Man, I do love Fernando's car. So better luck to Fernando this time around. He had to retire last time. It wasn't looking good from the very beginning. So maybe he'll be the GAC Whisperer. I don't know that we need to go back over these. You did a pretty good job covering.
We did miss a couple. There's also Million Vertices with the 123.1. He's in ninth place. Nasty in 10th with the 123.8, and Fernando Button down in the 125.9. Right.
Well done to all of those drivers, and good luck to everyone. Pretty good sized lobby again this time around. So hopefully we get some action. Hopefully we get some close action here. I want to see some battles with these cars. In the beginning, we saw a little bit, but the drivers spread out pretty quickly. But maybe this time we'll get some door-to-door action here. Again, these cars aren't that well behaved. It's going to be hard to drive side by side with them.
Yeah, I think it could be. I mean, if I was in this race, I would be trying to tuck behind somebody and just bide my time and wait for them to slip outside.
Most definitely. I'd probably just find somebody fast and do exactly what they do. I'll take my Joker when you take your Joker. I will pit when you pit.
Follow it until you can't anymore.
Exactly. Hey, listen, Road Atlanta is full of forest and danger. We use the buddy system around here, okay?
Okay. Okay.
So maybe we should talk about our keys to the race just to remind people before we get started here. Sal's key, if I recall, was no, yours was controlled aggression. His was be patient. I think we're all kind of saying the same thing. Basically, we're all afraid of these cars, and y'all should be too. Be patient
Yes.
with passing. Be patient on that throttle. You know, just be patient with this car. It will do what you need it to do. Your key?
Yeah, mine's the controlled aggression because I mean, these cars. When you say the word aggression, I think of 1,000 horsepowers or more, right? So
Yep.
now you have to control that aggression and drive it around Road Atlanta, and getting into that rhythm like we talked about, which really it flows right into your point of.
Uh-oh. Did I lose you, SlowMoe? I can't hear you anymore.
No, I was saying your point, which was.
Oh, you're right. Wow, you gave me such a good handoff, and here I am to blow it.
I
Yeah.
threw it up, but it
You
didn't get hit.
literally
That's
did.
okay.
You alley-ooped it on an 8-foot goal, and I just couldn't make it happen. I just couldn't make it
That's all right.
happen. My point is point and shoot. You got to be patient. You got to get this car pointed in the right direction before you hit that throttle. And that throttle will point you in a different direction if you let it. So get where you need to get this car. Point and shoot, point and squirt. Looks like we are getting started now. So we're going to go on track and see what these drivers can give us in this second exhibition race. This is the last of the 2 exhibitions, and then we'll do a prize race.
Tati, you think anybody can get in front of Wid for this race?
Man, sheesh. I think if you got to get to him early. You got to do something. He is on those softs, so if you can get ahead of him and make him burn them, maybe. But Wid is also really good at passing, so it's not like getting in front of him is the end all be all. But Paps with a fantastic launch in the same exact car, but Paps really pulling on him here, and he might get around him into turn 1. Wid will have the better line for it, but Paps, if he's brave on that gas, can get around him and up the hill just a little bit faster. Wid is staying in it. He's not going to let it go. He has to. Gets between Paps and Jeffrey there for second place. He'll try to get back into first again. That was an amazing drag to turn 1 and up the hill to turn 2 by Paps. That was great. Yeah. Just on point, shifting at just the right point. You can see the car pulling with every gear on Wid just a little bit. Made it happen. Everyone behind him still line astern. I can see at least down to 5th or 6th place, but there's a big gap between 6th and 7th. What happened there? SlowMoe?
Yeah, Metal got a little slippery going around that left-hand turn, trying to get up the hill, and that just gave better Dan, and everybody 6 and ahead pulled away just a little bit.
Got it. Yep, that makes sense. And maybe they'll catch back up, but if Paps and Wid have anything to say about it, they won't. By the way, that Camaro, the Roadster Shop Rampage, 748 horsepower to control. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, way more, but they managed it really well as they are about to cross the line for the first time. Still in the same order, Jeffrey trailing behind in that Mach 40. It doesn't look as comfortable in that final turn as the 2 Roadster Shop Camaros there. So we'll keep an eye out for I think that's the only Mustang on here, isn't it? PSG C-Dubs also going to be in that same Camaro that Roadster Shop won. RS, I just realized that probably stands for Roadster Shop and not the Chevy RS, yeah? Do we see?
Yeah, there you go.
Wid is the new leader. What happened to Paps? Jeffrey with a half-second penalty. Paps into 3rd place. I think something went wrong in turn 2. Let's see. We're with Paps right now looking back at Wid, and he's got a break here, and he just doesn't quite make this turn. He tries to turn it in desperately, but it just goes straight. He gets back on track pretty safely. Jeffrey picks up that penalty on his own. Nothing to do with Paps. Just cut the corner there in turn 2. So Paps will probably pick up 2nd place again, but he's got to hope he gets enough of a slipstream to maybe slingshot around to Wid. It's not going to be long enough. Once he let Wid around, it's scary, and Jeffrey is not going to get in the way. But can Paps catch up to Wid? Ooh, PSG C-Dubs into the back of Jeffrey, into the chicane, just doesn't break in time. Jeffrey loses 4th, 5th, he's 6th, sitting in 6th place. Not a good look. Somehow no damage despite getting slammed into the back of. Let's see where C-Dubs, what happens there. Yeah, he just isn't quite there with the brakes. Tries to turn it in anyway, clips Jeffrey a little bit. Wasn't as hard a hit as I thought it was.
No, yeah.
First.
It did look worse than it was.
That's what I thought. Yeah, well, shoot, that gives C-Dubs 3rd place here. PHG Duke Thunder will now be in 4th, and it looks like Vetterdan also got ahead of Jeffrey there. We're looking back at 10th and 11th place. T-Case up. We have an off-road excursion, SlowMoe. Did you catch this live?
That was C-Dubs. Yeah, he actually just went a little bit wide and took his time getting himself back into the racing line, making sure he didn't cause any trouble.
Yeah, actually it was Million Vertices, but they both have the same livery. I'm guessing it's a default.
Oh, is that right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is the default. I said I'm guessing. I'm literally looking at it on the wiki. Yes, that is the default livery, but you're good. Easy mistake to make. They're twinsies right now. Ooh, we have something happening here. Vetterdan behind Duke. He's going to give him a jump bump draft just before the chicane, so indicating he's not looking to pass right this second. Let's see if we can catch up in 2nd and 1st. Also, please get me away from Jeffrey behind me. Let's go. Vetterdan deciding to cooperate instead of fight there. Oh, and a big yump. We're going to call it a yump when you jump over a cone there for Jeffrey. For the viewers, that didn't really happen. His car didn't really jump. Just a weird graphical glitch if you run over a cone sometimes in this game. That was hilarious.
Yeah, and Tati, we've got 3 people on medium. So Million Vertices, T-Case, and Metal are the 3 guys that have chose the mediums.
Okay, got it. You think they're going to try to go the whole race, or is it just a matter of just, hey,
I don't know.
Tire whisperer. Okay.
Yeah, and I think we saw C-Dubs run a Joker lap there.
I think, yeah, I was thinking I saw somebody do a Joker lap. Look at how close these 3 are. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. This was the kind of battling that I wanted to see. You can just see how much those cars move around Thunder here. We're on board with Thunder looking back at Vetterdan and Jeffrey. And just through that sequence of turn 6 and 7, you saw how much these cars wiggle around. Imagine being side by side on one of the more narrow parts of this track. SlowMoe.
And Jeffrey getting the slipstream. I think he's going to try and make a pass there. It looks like he's going to be able to get past Duke, past Vetterdan, but I don't think he had enough to quite get past Duke.
That pass, very easy to underrate. That was an amazing pass. So he's going to slingshot around here on the outside of the kink and managed to almost hit the grass on the left-hand side, still brakes in time to slot himself in between these 2 cars. I feel like I just crossed 4 lanes on I-75 North and down and managed to just slot in perfectly for my exit. That's what that looked like. Million Vertices gonna do a penalty. Oh gosh, not a penalty. A Joker lap. Sal, these are so nefarious they feel like penalties is what I'm getting at here. Fernando with another little jump over that cone there. He takes a Joker lap here. Oh, that thing does not turn at all. Wow, that was an insane amount of low speed understeer, and then you just heard the tires lose traction there on the throttle. You weren't kidding, Sal.
While we were watching that, Jeffrey was able to get his way past Duke Thunder. I think Duke might have let him by. He was riding him pretty hard, and I think Duke had seen enough of that Ford in his rear view, so he was able to get that pass done. Jeffrey looks like he might be going to the Joker lap here. He signals for it. Listen to those tires squeal. Yeah, that was smooth.
Super smooth, and you could just hear he's using everything those tires have. Oh, nice. Look, you find a partner and you follow them, right?
There you go, like you said.
Now, like I said, buddy system. C-Dubs ends up on the back of them with all of them taking their Joker there, so I think that 3-way battle just became a 4-way battle. C-Dubs is obviously pretty quick. Watching Jeffrey in the Mach 40 take that really makes the GAC look even worse than it did. Man, Wid! Already a 3-second gap, and I see Paps with a big red number. Yup, he's got a penalty, so half a second there while he chases down the race leader, and that's not going to help. Maybe he should have put sirens on it, SlowMoe. Ooh, another penalty. And another penalty! What's happening? Okay. I think just those two. Well, Vetterdan might pick something up here. Yeah, I think he's probably going to at least pick up 4th place. We're going to watch it happen. Let's see. He's going to slow down right at this line here. Boom, boom. Yeah.
Yep,
what
there you go.
Devastating thing to have happen on a long straight. Just going to slam on my brakes for me.
Yeah. That is a really tough place to serve a penalty, isn't it?
It is, and it's such an important thing at Road Atlanta, guys. Do not, listen, C-Dubs has managed to hold on to it, but do not follow C-Dubs' lead. Avoid penalties like the plague at Road Atlanta, because everyone else around you is going 120 there, and you're going to slam on your brakes.
Right.
Yeah, not easy to recover. I mean, you are going into a braking zone with the chicane, which helps, but obviously you'd rather avoid it altogether.
And Tati, I saw a couple people run a Joker. I know Vetterdan was one of them. I think Jeffrey may have been another one.
Okay, got it. So some Jokers out of the way here, a little bit early for these drivers. 7 out of 18 laps. Well, 6 are away. We're halfway through 7 right now. These two drivers have ended up alone, 3rd and 4th. Jeffrey was in 5th, and they had all taken Jokers together, as I recall. But he's not too far. He looked gone in the picture, but he's kind of there. But he has lost touch and has some work to do. He's looked really quick today, though, so he might be able to do it. It's a beautiful car, beautiful shape. Eleanor, if any.
There you go.
Gone in 60 seconds. Yeah. Good classic car people movie there. Car heist movie, gotta love it. We haven't had a good car heist movie in a while, huh?
No, we really haven't. You make me.
Yeah.
You say that. I might have to. I might have to give Ford versus Ferrari a break and get out the Gone in 60 for a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
As we see another Joker lap here. I apologize. I didn't catch who that was.
That was Duke.
Oh, that's Duke. Okay.
Yeah, and then merged perfectly. You know, that just worked out really, really well with the timing for Duke. Ooh, million vertices, a little bit wide there. Metal taking a Joker as well here. That end of lap Joker. Ooh, big America vibes on that one. A whole flag hanging off the back of his car. Ooh, this is a battle into, through the X's and into turn 5. Ooh, Thunder might have just picked up a penalty there. We'll see. If not, that was genius. Oh!
Ooh, and B-Paps had a penalty. I think I didn't quite see what happened.
I think he must have spun or almost spun in turn 5.
Yeah, he had a 4.5.
Oh, we already had a penalty. 3 seconds there, and then boom, picks up more. It's gone from bad to worse for him. A little bit of damage, but it is light damage. But that was ugly, and then almost has a really bad accident there.
P5 and 6 is a really close battle with Vetterdan and Duke Thunder right now. I thought Vetterdan was going to try and make a pass on the straight, and he just didn't do it. It looks like Nasty actually gets into the grass a little bit as Duke Thunder and Vetterdan. Are they going to go side by side? They choose not to through that turn. I think that is a smart decision.
The smartest thing we've seen all night so far, because I thought it was going to happen too. I've been there. It doesn't work out well.
No.
Just doesn't make the braking zone there. So Nasty starting to feel those worn front tires, and of course that made this a little bit hairy for the other two drivers passing, but everyone survived it for the most part. Nobody hit anything, so I think we're good. This battle is hot. Vetterdan is not letting Duke Thunder go.
Oh, and there Duke runs it just a touch wide. Vetterdan able to make that move down the inside. Well done by Vetterdan.
Shoot, a touch wide, but man, he must have really closed that throttle up, because he went nowhere going up that hill, and Vetterdan absolutely blasted past. Oh, he's still on the brakes past the turn in and on into the outside. That would explain it. He wasn't on the throttle at all anywhere close to after the apex. I think he completely missed it, actually. Tough luck. He was doing well, you know, but the pressure gets to you, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. As our leader goes into the pit to get himself, I guess another set of softs?
Yeah, later this time than the last one. I think he pitted lap 8.
8 or 9, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. He was like right at the halfway point. You're right. So I think it was a lap 9, and this time he takes it to lap 10. Maybe something different about this car, or maybe he was just in the zone and missed a pit entry. That was a Joker that we just saw someone take there. C-Dubs is our in first place right now. So maybe we didn't see a Joker. Maybe I just saw the Joker hat pop up on the screen. Because
new leader, you get one of those for a new leader as well.
You get one for new leader as well. Okay, and Metal did actually also take a Joker. Nice. There's Jeffrey still lurking. We haven't really come up front here, but Jeffrey is still in second place. Now, he's not, about to fight for a position, but he is still right there. Tires, on life support.
Yeah, you'd think he's going to have to come into a pit stop, right?
He might, he might opt for that. Vetterdan behind him has way better looking tires, so I don't know that there'd be like much of an undercut to be done there, but maybe with the super fresh softs, Jeffrey can pick up even more time and get away from Vetterdan, who does have fresher rubber. It's probably going a little faster.
He does looks like he is going to go in. Yeah.
Yep. Don't cross that line. 3 seconds. We've seen it.
Jeffrey is going to follow suit. Vetterdan will not.
Yeah, I don't see why Vetterdan should. He's done really well with those softs so far. Though I guess there's a point of diminishing returns, right? To where it's like, well, we should go ahead and get on fresh rubber. But maybe he knows he's still faster than he would be. I don't know. I did that backwards, that strategy thought there, and I'm going to leave it alone because now we're looking at a battle for first. This is Wid, who was in first place chasing Vetterdan. Vetterdan knows it. A small mistake there by Vetter, and he's got traffic, and he's going to be nervous about it. Fernando Button kind of gets in the way. Kind of messed Vetterdan up there, and Wid makes the right decision to go to the right of him. Fernando not able to let Vetterdan pass, so that battle for first and second not going well right now. What's happening? Is he able to get around him? Yes, he's
Vetterdan is finally, yep, he was able to get around Fernando there.
Yikes, yeah, so 1.7 seconds there as a result, lost to Wid, who did get the pass, and Vetterdan's probably not that happy, but this is all just fun. It's an exhibition race still. Prize split is later on, though you hate to see a good battle get hampered. Vetterdan will take this opportunity to go ahead and pit and get fresh rubber to mitigate that undercut by Wid. Who's this? Dubs? You jumping in? No, not jumping in. Gonna go on another lap because he's already on fresh rubber. Yeah, looks like very, very fresh rubber there, SlowMoe. Do you see anything interesting happening on the other end of the track?
I mean, I saw a little bit of slipping and sliding going on. If you look at somebody like Metal, he is doing a very good job. He's got himself up to 5th place right now. He's chasing down Duke Thunder. There is a tire advantage. Duke's got good softs on there. Metal is on the mediums, and actually Vetterdan is now pulled out in between the two of them. So I don't know if Metal's going to be able to keep that pressure on these guys being on the mediums, and Warren with both of them having fresh softs.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And looking at being that we're on lap 12 of 18, I think we've answered our question as to whether or not we think any medium runners will go the full race length. I think Metal's going to stay out on those.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be the choice. At this point, I think I'd go ahead and tuck on in and grab a set of softs and see what I could make up.
Yeah, maybe. I think the gap to the cars behind him was pretty good, and of course you just don't know who still has to serve a Joker or who's going to end up pitting.
Yeah.
But I would think that if he's made it this far, it's probably the plan to keep it going, because why
it's
not
true.
pit? Yeah.
And he's done both his Joker laps, so he's got himself set up to run the full race on mediums.
Got it. Okay. Vetterdan, we saw him pit last lap around. This is his out lap. He's in 5th place right now on track. I believe provisional 2nd, because I think Vetter's run all Jokers, run both. If I'm not mistaken, we'll find out, I guess. Who's that with the penalty ahead? Is that Thunder?
That is Duke Thunder. Yep, Duke's got a 1 second penalty there, and I'm looking at Vetter Dan's times. If he ran his Joker lap in the first 3 laps, I don't see it, but he definitely did one on lap 5.
Okay, got it. Now he's chasing Duke Thunder down. In the S's, he's caught him. Not a good place to pass, so he's going to have to be patient here to try to get around this driver who probably doesn't have as fresh set of tires on them. But hey, he gets out of turn 5 really, really well. Vetter Dan not able to catch him into turn 6 and 7. He will just have to hold off until that penalty is served right here on the front straight. It's a great exit out of 7, but golly, that Camaro scoots, don't it?
It does.
Vetter Dan definitely got a better exit. And yet,
and you said it earlier, they sound so good.
They really do. They really do. This is just glorious. The sound of like racing V8s, but specifically the sound of old school racing V8s is intoxicating. But you know, and modern ones still sound amazing. The Corvette GT3 or whatever sounds fantastic. The Cadillac and Chevy hypercars sound great, and Mercedes racing V8s have always had a fantastic tone to them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Man, you know who else has got a good sounding racing V8? Judd. The Judd V8s are nice. You only get them in, I think, LMP2s, basically. But they have a good deep rumble to them as well. This is Duke Thunder navigating the S's again, and that looked actually really nice and neat. Duke's been having, besides that 1 second penalty we saw, a little bit of a quiet race. We did see, of course, Vetter Dan was struggling to pass Duke in the last lap around this spot here, but that wasn't through any fault of Duke's. He's been doing really, really well in this race and is set for a top 5 finish.
Yeah, I would agree. Really good on his tire management. You know, obviously we've seen fuel's not an issue. It does look like he's running a couple assists, so you know he's using every advantage he can get here. I wonder if he's got enough time to hunt down Vetter Dan here and try and get himself up one more position.
Well, Vetter Dan, of course, has some pretty fresh rubber. Pitted maybe 2 laps ago here. Hey, Wid, 17 seconds, dude. Wow, that's insane. Vetter Dan did have fresh rubber. I don't remember what Duke's tires look like right now, but Vetter Dan is looking good, and in fact is chasing down Jeffrey. It looks like Duke, his tires are slightly worse.
A little worse, just a touch. Yep.
Just a touch. It's enough to make a difference into some of these right-handers. But there's really only a couple of them that you would even attempt to pass in 6 and 7. More likely 7, which is a pretty slow corner, and that tire grip matters a little bit less because everybody's going to slow way down. It'll be a matter of getting back on that gas. Look at Vetter Dan with the challenge on Jeffrey. Jeffrey must not have any rubber on those tires because Vetter Dan shot out of turn 7 on him, but that Mustang had legs. Wow, man, he drove right past him like Vetter Dan's in reverse. That's insane. 153, I think I saw 154 in the straight there for Jeffrey, even with a bad exit. His tires aren't bad, they're just mediums.
No, they're not bad. He just didn't have the greatest line there, and Vetter Dan, who's going to pull up next to him, they're going to go too wide through this turn. I cannot believe they made that work. Lucky for Jeffrey, he didn't push too hard. Well done by Vetter Dan, my golly.
Yeah, I think Vetter Dan realized I got to push the issue now. Otherwise, I got to wait for the back straight again. And obviously, he dog walked me in the back straight, so it's going to have to be in a corner. Vetter Dan making a real intelligent racer's choice there. Pretty high IQ decision. Like, hey, this is a low percentage pass opportunity, but it is probably realistically my best passing opportunity.
Yeah, if you're gonna get it, you gotta take it, right?
You gotta take it. Yeah, he just learned from what just happened to him in that back straight. He definitely had the better exit, the better rubber as well, and the Mustang just came back on him and beat him to the braking zone. So Vetter Dan gonna hopefully run away with it here and not give Jeffrey a chance to catch him back again on the back straight, which we're there now. I think he's good. I think he's got room. But that Mustang came to eat, man. The big old shark head hood. Looks like a hammerhead, truly. and it goes head hunting, seriously, but he's not going to catch him. I said he was going 153. I'm sorry, that was an 8. He was going 180 something.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Jeffrey, well done to get that back under control. Such a tough turn there going uphill, and with the turn.
Yeah, maybe he should have braked at 178. Maybe that was what was necessary there, right? I think he's trying to show off, like, this is my actual top speed. Well, he almost messed it up, Jeffrey. He's not gonna lose the position, but it does bring Duke closer, and we're almost done with this race. This is Metal crossing the line for lap 17, so half of the field is working the penultimate lap, and Jeffrey's being chased down. He just lost the position. Got another driver behind him, Duke Thunder behind him. Nasty kind of chasing down Metal T-Case. 14 seconds behind them. He's kind of on his own race. Love that livery, T-Case. What does that remind me of? That's Patrick, yeah? Or it's Patrick-esque.
That's it. Those are the classic T-Case colors, man. He loves those.
That. Yep.
Making them look good.
There was a million vertices in last place, and Wid is our winner. He just crossed the line. Well, we missed it, but that was turn 1, and it's just as glorious as the checker.
Oh, no, we're on final lap.
Oh, final lap. Oh, got it. Nope, the wrong lever was pulled. He's going to push that knob back in, and we're not going to give the win to Wid until he actually wins it. This is the last lap, though. He's got a 20-second gap, and he's driving a literal rocket ship. I think it's there, but we'll see. What does that say in his grill? Is that GR? Or is that Gazoo Racing? Which makes 0 sense.
I'm trying to look. Yeah, I can't get a good view at it.
It's dark.
Oh, is that an S7R?
Oh, that's what
No, I think it's a GR. I think you're right. That might just be like the Gretty part that they have.
Oh, right. Gretty. I forgot about Gretty. Yep, you're right. One last time through the chicane of death for Wid. This original chicane of death, not Dragon Trail.
Not Dragon Trail, no. That's second.
Last corner for Wid, and he's gonna cross the line. Our winner. Yeah, Wid. Way to go, man. Another win, 2 in a row for Wid. Almost uncontested. C-dubs. Somehow in second place.
That's a wild ride. Yeah.
Despite, again, trying so desperately not to finish this race in the top 5, manages to cross the line in second place. This time he does get a tire actually onto the checkered flag. Vetter Dan did pick up 3rd, so well done, Vetter Dan, for the podium there. And Jeffrey is getting past at the
Duke Thunder. Jeffrey keeping it together.
4th. Yeah, Jeffrey, yeah.
He's gonna drift across the line. Getting Eleanor right where you need her.
That was beautiful, you know.
It was.
When life gives you lemons, yeah, sideways. Okay, well, we are sideways now. That's just what we're gonna do.
Here we go.
Wait, this is lap 16. I think we went back too far. We did go, yeah. Oh man, I was like, that's not sideways at all. That looks really good. Yeah, well, shout out to Jeffrey making the best of a bad scenario. I don't think he was sideways on purpose, but he made it stylish. We love to see it. T-Case, speaking of style.
And take a look at his back window, speaking of style.
Well, that's okay.
He's got a T-Case Joker series.
Nice. Can we do chase cam on him, or is it too late when he's... Oh, yeah, it's too late.
Might be too late. That's okay.
Yeah. Everyone just kind of takes that last turn like it doesn't matter. It's the last one. Send it. Congratulations on win number 2, Wid. So what we have learned is the Roadster Shop Rampage is mighty. And so is the Mustang. That was the first one we saw, the Mach 40. So it'll only get faster from here. SlowMoe, do you mind reading our results?
I'd be happy to. Obviously, we saw SR7's Wid representing you guys very well with another win here tonight. PHG's C-Dubs coming in P2. Well done there, C-Dubs. He was in that Roadster Shop Rampage as well. Better Dan was in the 69 Camaro, coming in 3rd place. PHG Duke Thunder also in the 69 Camaro in 4th. Jeffrey was in the Mach 40. He took our P5 tonight. DHG Nasty in that Roadster Shop Rampage in P6. P7 was Metal, also in the Rampage. T-Case in the 69 Camaro. We had Million Vertices in the Roadster Rampage in P9. B. Paps, who obviously had a tough go there. We saw him with some early issues in the Road Shop Rampage in P10. Fernando ended up in P11 in the GAC. So unfortunate for Fernando. I'm sure he's going to try and come back strong in the next stint here.
Here's hoping, yeah. And you know what? Apologies to C-Dubs. I said you were trying really hard not to finish up top. I was thinking about Pabst. My fault there. So anyway, thanks for reading those results, SlowMoe. Another exciting race. Actually, that one had a lot of action on it. Both up front in the mid pack, of course, as well. So more of that, please, for the next round here. Hey Sal, save the replay. Let's ask.
I saw him do it.
You saw him do it? Well done.
I saw him do it.
So, SlowMoe, driver of the race, who's yours?
You know that one's a little easier for me, and Wid's the easy choice, but that's not where I'm going. I think C-Dubs gets this one. Really, really good execution there. We saw him with a lot of penalties in the first race. We didn't see quite the same thing in the second, so he definitely made some adjustments between the first and second stint, and it paid off really well for him.
Agreed. Yeah, he really did well there to take second place after I think he took third in the first one, if I'm not mistaken. So C-Dubs doing pretty good tonight, actually. The record looking great. My driver of the race is about style. While he did finish well, top 5, it was Jeffrey, because it looks like that Mustang, while incredibly fast, and while he made it look really smooth in some places, like that Joker that we watched, it looks like a handful on throttle. And we saw it catch him out several times. We saw him get bumped into the braking zone for the chicane. We saw a lot happen to Jeffrey, but he stayed up top. He never really fell down the order. So he's going to be my driver of the race.
I think that's a hard to argue with option too, especially with the drift finish.
Oh yeah. And watching him just really get into it, watch that tire start smoking when he's just resigned to this drift with the points. Yes. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys vote on that. And of course, when we come back, we'll read the results and figure out who was the driver of the race. But for now, let's take another break and we'll come back soon.
Through the air, every nerve alive, the world's a blur.
burn it up. In the Joker series, burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender, no fear, we're tearing up the ground. The Joker series were lost but never found. Burn it down, burn it to the core. Rev it up, leave them begging for more. Joker's calling, feel the rush, no doubt. In the series, we burn it down. Stealing sparks, we're dancing with the flame. Every corner's deadly, but we play the game. Joker's rules, no mercy, no disguise. See the hunger for the win in every driver's eyes. Wreckage in the rear view, ghosts on my tail. Push the throttle harder, I was born to fail. No brakes, no mistakes, just a rebel's heart. Joker series rip the world apart. Truth is I'm wired, adrenaline's my vice. Risk it all, roll the dice, pay the price. Fuel in my veins, fire in my chest. Joker's got me hooked, no time for rest. Gotta burn it up, in the Joker series, burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender, no fear, we're tearing up the ground. In the Joker series, we're lost but never found. Burn it down, burn it to the core. Rev it up, leave them begging for more. Joker's calling, feel the rush, no doubt. In the series, we burn it down. Crash and burn, spin out, lose control. Joker's laughing, it's a fight for my soul.
Once again, I know you guys are sick of us, but we keep on coming back, and we will again. So it's me, SlowMoe, of course, Salamander. We're back with the third and final round of racing tonight. But first, let's talk about your driver of the race for the second round. It was between Wid, C-Dubs, and Jeffrey. Looks like C-Dubs wins with 40%.
C-Dubs.
Oh yeah, way to go. Wid and Jeffrey each will hold on to those the 30 points, the 30% available there. I don't know why I said that like that. Wow. Moving on. But C-Dubs, congratulations on winning driver of the race. Way to go. And I hope you're racing in the exhibition, or sorry, in this prize split. I think you know what? Let's look at those prizes. Let's see what's going on with that. Actually, I'm gonna talk about our sponsor first. It was pertinent. Makers of the ultimate sim racing shoes and custom apparel designed for sim racing by sim racers. 40 sim racing shoes are custom engineered to connect racers to the pedal in a way no other racing shoe can, and still provide all the comfort needed for those double and triple stints. Visit 40racewear.com and check out the original racing gloves for your feet. Now we can show you prizes. Okay, SlowMoe, do you want to talk about the prizes?
Yeah, absolutely. So, and say that again. I'm sorry, Sal. Yep. So our winner is going to get a trophy, and you'll see the picture of that there.
Way to go.
Second place is going to get a Sal's Joker Series coffee mug. And then third place, Sal, help me out. What is that? Oh, that is a $5 gift card. Okay. Then there is also a random winner that gets one of those really nice 4D jerseys. Sal, I apologize, but how is the random winner picked? Is that you, or is that the sponsor that picks them? Oh, there's a random wheel. Okay, very cool. How awesome. So one of our drivers is also going to get a random winner t-shirt, or jersey, really. It's a 4D Racewear jersey that I am. Oh, and they're custom designed by 4D. So you get to pick your own. I am already envious of whoever's going to win that jersey. That is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the prizes are all pretty good. But let's talk about the round info so we know what the drivers have to do to win the prize. So the prize split is a little more difficult. 30 laps instead of 18, so almost double. Still the same 2 jokers, of course, so you're going to have to go through those horrendous portions of the racetrack. Tire wear is down to 5x. Of course, keep in mind it is still a longer race, so tire saving will come more into play here. The same tires, street mediums and street softs, are allowed. Neither one is required, and we've seen drivers take both. Fuel burn is at 1x. It will matter with the 30 laps, and the refuel rate is 3 liters per second. Damage changes to heavy, so you definitely want to stay out of those walls and away from each other. We have seen pretty much all of these cars, but 2 of them have been severely underrepresented. The Camaro 1969 Camaro race mod has been the most popular, I think, so far. We've seen the GAC Maverick once. We've seen the Mach 40 once, so I expect more of them this time around. And then the Roadster Shop Rampage has shown itself to be a serious machine, but I think we're running out of drivers who can take it, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh. You know
Yeah,
what?
Tati, I think
knew
for the
that.
prize split, yeah, they
No,
can
good.
pick
That's
whichever
okay.
car they prefer.
I've just been told drivers can take whatever car they prefer. That makes me a little bit sad because I really wanted to see drivers forced to take the GAC. Fernando really demonstrated that thing is horrible. And I want to see more of it because I'm like that.
Well, and it looks like everybody, I'm seeing a lot of Camaros and a lot of Rampage.
Nice. So, classic battle here. It's pretty much a battle we had last race and the race before, with the exception of the GAC that made an appearance and, of course, the Mach 40. So, what we know is those 2 Camaros are incredibly quick. There doesn't seem to be an edge of one over the other. It just depends on the hands, who's driving it. But the power is pretty different in these 2. So the Road Shop Rampage makes 748 horsepower, 699.4 foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs 3,100 pounds, versus the Camaro, the 1969 Camaro, only makes 657 horsepower, only makes 723.6 foot-pounds of torque, and it's only 200 pounds lighter at 2,910. So I'm actually surprised that it's been competing so well, Sal. Sorry, it's not Sal, SlowMoe.
Yeah, no. And honestly, I for whatever reason had myself convinced they were all 1,000 horsepower. But only the GAC is the one that has that much. And as you can see, horsepower did not equal a W in that one. So, I think Fernando was having a little trouble keeping it pointed straight.
I was going to say that car is probably what Mike Key was really targeted to, was the point and shoot, because we saw him come out of that Joker, and he really wasn't in a spot where he should have lost traction, but you heard those rear wheels light up right before the camera moved to another car. So yeah, I'm not surprised nobody took it this time around. I'm very, very curious to see. Oh, you know what? I remember how the Camaro's competing. It's got that sequential, and the Rampage has it's got an H pattern. So we found the difference, y'all, and you see what a difference it makes. That a car with so much more horsepower can be almost on equal footing as one that's significantly less powerful and not that much lighter. But yeah, the 69 doing really well. Fernando Button says the 69 is more nimble off the corners under throttle. That makes sense. You got a lot less to manage on the throttle on that thing. Not that it's easy. SlowMoe, do you have any of these? By the way, I know you said you haven't driven in a while, but
I know I have the Road Shop Rampage. I don't know that I have the Camaro. I do have the GAC. I used to have an old Dodge Dart back in the day, so that GAC Maverick reminds me of that one. But yeah, no, I don't know that I have the 69 just yet, but I'm going to have to get that one. So let me ask you this: which vehicle do you think your teammate is in?
Oh, he did well in both Camaros. He's taken both. I think it was a more dominant victory in the Roadster Shop car. Granted, there was no Shaggy dude chasing him down. Don't know if Shaggy's going to join this time around, but right. He seemed to have a much bigger gap and easier time of the race in the Roads to Shop Rampage. But we'll see. I mean, C-Dubs is right there. I think that Pabst is also incredibly quick if he can just, keep it on track and keep the penalties away. So there are still opportunities for other drivers. They just have to be as perfect as Wid. I don't think we've seen Wid pick up a penalty yet. If he did, maybe it was like a half second in the first race. Maybe.
I don't remember seeing Wid with any penalties throughout both races.
Yep. And we've seen pretty much everyone else take penalties or, have really sketchy moments where they almost put it in a wall or something like that. We haven't had a ton of like hard hit accidents. So heavy damage, of course, is something drivers need to be wary of, but I'm also not thinking that it's, going to be a problem, right? Where the folks are constantly jumping into the pits.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, I think man, in the last race, I thought they were going into the turn 1 3 wide at one point on that first lap. I mean, these guys they're making these big, heavy, powerful, hard to drive cars look like they're not hard to drive. And, I say it all the time, like they're making it look easy. But it really is an over exaggeration of how easy a lot of these guys do make it look.
Yeah. I mean, racing is one of those sports, and honestly, probably most sports have some form of this. But the smoother it looks, the less dramatic and the easier it looks, the quicker they're going, and likely the harder they're working, and the more calculations per second they're processing.
That's right.
Certainly. But yeah, it looks like we're waiting on somebody to jump into the lobby. We definitely want to wait and give everyone. We got to give everybody a chance to try to get in. It is Jeffrey. He's having a connection issue. We'll go ahead and start qualifying without him. So, that's going to be tough for him. He's been driving pretty well, but starting from the back in this field ain't for the faint of heart, for sure. But I think SlowMoe, this race has some strategy elements that might present opportunities for picking up positions that he doesn't have to necessarily execute on track.
Well, yeah, I mean, the heavy damage brings in a whole factor that we didn't see in the previous races. Those guys that maybe made it work with the no stop, maybe at some point they had a slip up. It's hard to say. You're not going to get away with that with heavy damage. You are going to have to go in and get that fixed. Otherwise, you're just going to watch people drive away from you.
You're right. You know what? I didn't think about the heavy damage. Of course, there is fuel saving. The refuel rate is fairly quick at 3 liters a second. So if you have to take a splash, it shouldn't be too long. But, if 3 liters is worth the second, it's worth the second. So you want to, if you got to come in, you want to have, more than 3 liters over the next person who has to come in.
Yeah.
Wow, this is qualifying's pretty bunched up here. I think drivers not really caring much to get some space for themselves. I think that was Wid pulling off to maybe do so, but these other drivers front to back for a little bit there. Let's see if they give each other room. It's a double-edged sword following closely in qualifying, right? Maybe if you have a partner who may be just as quick or slightly quicker than you, it works out really, really well because you get that free slipstream. But if they mess up, you both messed up because there's just no room to fix it, really. Ooh, Shaggy Doo is back in. Pink Panther has reappeared. Vetterdan.
The pink niche. He's representing the pink niche.
Nice. Vetterdan is back in the 69. We saw Vetterdan doing really, really well. Just unfortunate catching traffic there, which Fernando apologized for, of course. We all know what to do, and we do it well, but sometimes you just make the wrong decision, and it hurt Vetterdan there. But this is the race that really counts, so you can win a trophy or a salamander mug. I would like a salamander mug, personally.
Or a gift card, yeah.
Or a gift card, $5 gift card to Salamander's merch store, so do check that out, of course. Check it out even if you don't win the gift card. And then, like and subscribe. No gift card if you don't like and subscribe. Okay, all right. And then, of course, the jersey, which... I don't know, that might have been the #1 prize for me. I would have want that in first place, and but having a trophy be a random prize for somebody makes 0 sense. So first place will get a trophy, and some rando will get a whole customized jersey. That's not a Joker lap, and we don't need to take Joker laps at quali. So that was someone having a really bad moment. Fernando into the wall, and then the rejoin just clipped somebody. So I think might have hindered somebody's lap there on the rejoin. I couldn't tell who that was, but lap times are coming in. Wid is up top, no surprise, with a 120.2. Saw him do a 119 in that car for the first race, so it is possible, though it does seem to be a little bit darker on track. The sun is a little bit lower than it was for that quali, so maybe track temp's a little cooler, a little less grip. Vetterdan is behind him by about a second with a 121.2, so someone might jump in between them. Shaggy Doo is likely able to, sitting in third right now with a 121.2 as well, just behind Vetterdan. But yeah, let's give these folks a chance to get another lap in. SlowMoe, did I just see somebody with front end damage? I thought I saw like somebody's front splitter flashing there. There's not much time.
I'll tell you what, let me flip through and see what we can get. Metal.
It's metal, yeah. No time to pit and do another out lap and then, get back out there. So Metal's time where he's sitting is his time. He's in 7th right now, and could lose it. Other drivers are still yet to cross the line and record another lap. Wid with that 120.2 does not improve. In fact, it's 5 seconds slower, so Wid probably ran into something or someone, but he is going to get a chance to go again here. I think I saw some traffic ahead, though. Vetterdan is behind him by a little, almost a second, a little under a second there.
Vetterdan's gone
right
purple,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on this lap. Is about halfway through, a little over halfway through, getting onto that back straight soon. Here is Shaggy up to second with a 121 flat. Still nowhere near Wid's time, really, but second place is second place, and all you got to do is beat him to first to turn 1, and maybe you have a chance, right?
Yeah, and the 5 minutes has ended, so these guys, some of them I think will get to finish their lap, some of the others might not.
That's right, which is what it is, unfortunately. But, short quali, long race. Wid, purple in that second to last sector there in response to Vetterdan perhaps trying to get a little bit closer. Vetterdan does get closer, picks up second place. Wid going to try and give himself some insurance here, and purple by 3 tenths to a 119.9. Now, would that have counted as a lap in a race? Probably not. He went out so wide, but it's qualifying. It doesn't matter. He's got it. Shaggy Doo with one last chance, cutting that chicane to get it as straight as possible. Get that thing pointed straight up the hill. Brave around the final turn here. Keep it tight, but use all of it. And he's gonna not improve. Still in 4th place behind C-Dubs, who goes to 3rd. Okay. Results, SlowMoe?
Absolutely. We got SR7 Wid, who's going to be starting in P1 here with a 119.949. The sub 120 is fast.
Wow.
PHG Vetterdan starting in P2 with a 127.57. C-Dubs not far off that pace with a 120.893. Then you've got Shaggy Doo starting in P4. Watch out for him to try and make some early moves. He ran a 121.077. Case up in his best starting position of the night into 5th with a 121.889. Ecstasy starting in P6 with a 121.922. RTS Bandit is going to start in P7 with a 122.162. Then you've got PHG Nasty starting in P8 with a 122.409. Oh. Then we've got Angry Fredbird starting in P9 with a 122.416. B Pabst is going to be running his highway patrol at 122.672 in P10. Metal in P11 with a 122.811. And then Fernando Buttons starting in P12 with a 123.088.
All right, got it. Wood says SR7 hurts, my guy. Did you call us SR7?
Oh, did I? S7R.
uh, it's okay. We're okay. We're okay.
I must have dyslexia. I'm sorry.
You're all good. Win, just win the race. Best revenge is the checkered flag. I promise. But yeah, that was a good qualifying session. We're hoping this last race is a really good one. The second one was. This one has some real weight behind it. Of course, some prizes on the line. I think. Yeah. Did Jeffrey ever make it back into the lobby? Is Jeffrey going to be starting last in this race?
I'm looking.
Okay.
It looks like he did.
Got it. Thank you. So we will see Jeffrey in the race. We'll see what he's able to pull off here. Maybe a miracle can happen at Road Atlanta for a driver who's been doing pretty good so far. Who's up front that surprised me? Not C-Dubs for sure. I think C-Dubs took second in the qualifying there. So we'll see how he works out. Paps got disconnected in the last race, I believe, disconnected or left or something like that. Good to see they're back, but qualifying didn't work out that great for them. But some drivers who have been here since the beginning have some storylines going. T-Case, 5th place for T-Case.
Yeah, that's definitely his best starting position so far we've seen tonight. And I know he ran this car already, so maybe he's a little more comfortable with it, starting to get that rhythm down at ATL. That's after you've already run a couple stints, you really start to get comfortable here.
I think I saw him say something about now he's got enough practice in chat, but I couldn't find where he said that. But I could have sworn I saw TK's name pop up saying something like that after the last race. Whether he did or didn't, it's quite clear that it's happened. Third race is the charm, starting in the top 5. And this track, consistency is king. I mean, being quick obviously helps, but as we've seen, it doesn't matter if you can't keep it on track or if you can't keep it out of the penalties. You gotta keep it where it needs to be to hold on to your position. So TK's just be like Wid, be perfect.
That's right.
Perfect. So easy. Like, just be perfect, bro. DM Wid real quick and ask how he does it.
The perfect lap, right? I mean, we talk about it all the time. They made a few mentions of it in the Ford versus Ferrari. It's out there. You just got to keep reaching for it.
Gotta go get it. It's out there. It exists.
You see it? Just look out there. It's right there. It's just right there.
I love that movie. I got to watch it a few months ago again, introducing my girlfriend to it, or girlfriend at the time, to Ford versus Ferrari, which, it's such a good movie to introduce like non-car, non-race fans to. They did a great job of like giving us just enough that like us car lovers love it and we're not annoyed by little details and stuff in it. But I've seen it now with several people who have no idea about racing, some people who didn't even know what Le Mans was, and they're like edge of their seats watching this movie. We're about to get started, guys. Let's get on track. The drivers are on track, rather. So let's get ourselves off the track and into the commentary booth so we can talk about what's going to happen on the tarmac here. Nothing new here. Wid lined up on the right-hand side for the inside to turn 1. This time it's Better Dan sharing the row. Let's see if Better can get the same kind of launch that we saw last time from Paps. And Vetter does indeed get an amazing launch there. Wid not so great, though. Vetter Dan not quite able to drive around him, and he is going to back out of it and let Wid have it. Looks for a little bit of a switch back there. Vetter Dan naughty, but he doesn't make it work. Shaggy do right behind him. Getting tight there. Shaggy got a little bit of a tap there from C-Dubs. What do you see, SlowMoe?
Same thing. I think C-Dubs just got a little bit into Shaggy. C-Dubs may have ran into the grass. There is some chaos going on right now. There is. You see Shaggy Do is starting to pull away from currently P4 Bandit, and C-Dubs has moved back into P6 now, losing P5 to S to C.
Yeah, man. Bandit fell way, or not Bandit,
C-Dubs.
C-Dubs rather, yes. Fell way back there, lost several positions, and is still in danger. Paps also trying to get in there, but what we saw was Bandit really take off there in turn 5 and inherit 4th place for himself. TK has fallen to 6th place. C-Dubs, of course, to 7th or 8th now, so it has happened. The pass has happened. We're still vying for positions here. Wid, I think, Wid had a moment in the S's right as we turned away from him. I saw him getting in the grass. I'm not sure if it was just camera angle, but I think that might explain why Vetterdan is still right there with him. Look at Ecstasy all over the back of Bandit into the final corner, looking to take that wide line and make sure he's able to make the turn and end up right in Putty's trunk there. C-Dubs also under attack. I mean, the whole field is still in play. Jeffrey up to 8th place already after starting last. So very aggressive is Jeffrey. Is he on softs? No, he's on the medium tire, just making moves. Gonna see if he can make them last, I guess. And then behind him, you got Angry Fredbird, Metal in 10th. So even in the back of the pack, starting lap 2, lots of action there. I want to see what that early mid-pack was doing, because they had the most drama, where Bandit was, and who was it? Was it C-Dubs? It was C-Dubs, obviously, who fell way back. But actually, nope, we're going to look for a potential pass by Jeffrey here. Makes it happen over C-Dubs into turn 6. Sorry, SlowMoe, I've been doing all the talking.
No, you're good. So we've got a couple guys that are running the medium. C-Dubs, Jeffrey. I thought I saw a few more out there. Metal, Buttons, and then TK's. Nasty's gone into the pits, but you do have some guys on medium. So watch as Fredbird tries to work around C-Dub. That actually explains why C-Dubs was having so much trouble there in the first lap.
Got it. So somebody in the pits, I think you said. Damage, obviously. Bandit's going to take a Joker there. That is so scary with all those other cars passing, but keeps it neat. Nobody hits them. Couple people, Angry and Metal and TK's going ahead and getting that first Joker out of the way for themselves, and TK's into the wall, trying to take his Joker, maybe trying to get on that gas a little too quick. Lucky to just glance the wall. No damage, looks like. Let's watch what happened here. Yep, on that gas. Yep. That posi traction kicked in on him. Yeah. Posi traction, God. Anyway, point and shoot. Shot it a little too hard. It bucked a bit, but he's back on track. No damage. Vetterdan is still right there with Widge. Shaggy Dude not too far. This battle up front might be shaping up into something. Pabst into 4th place, doing really well with Ecstasy following. Ecstasy flashing the lights, maybe saying hi to us, or trying to force Pabst into a mistake on a straight. I don't know, but we did get a flash there. Jeffrey already up to 6th place over C-Dubs there. C-Dubs hanging on S7R in the chat. Third, drive the car. Bandit looking at place. He's not in trouble by Fernando, but Fernando Button in 9th place, having a much better time in the Primero, the 69th, and the GAC. There's brother Fredbird, and that is it kind of looks like a CR. C-Dubs coming out of that Joker and had to come to a complete stop. He looked like he was like pulling out of the grocery store parking lot there. Yikes. Not fast, but I guess safe, didn't get hit, which I suppose would have been slower. Look at Metal on Bandit here, trying to get himself a little bit deeper into that top 10. He's just number 10. There are no prizes for 10th place though, right, Mo?
Well, potentially they could get a random jersey.
That's true. The jersey is in play for everyone, including you and me. We're also in the pool.
I think so.
Salamander doesn't know, but we're in there.
I'm just gonna buy one. I'll be honest.
Right? Yeah, I could do that.
I don't think they sell those though. Actually, that might not be on the website, so I might have to reach out.
The custom ones, I think.
The custom ones,
a long time ago, but I'm not sure. But you're right.
And we see Widge going purple, trying to get himself a little bit of room there between himself and Vetterdan. Shaggy in P3. They're not really that far away from each other. We're only 4 laps in, but Wid's already got a 2.5 second lead.
Yeah, well, I think something happened to Vetterdan, because that lead was even into like lap 2 and 3. That seemed close, but into lap 2 and 3, it was less than a second between them.
Right.
But now 2.5. So I think maybe something happened, as coupled with doing things I think we just saw an accident. Joker lap here by Fernando Button, but I think we just saw something happening into that final turn. I couldn't tell what two drivers those were, but somebody got in the back of somebody. Ooh, what is that? That's TK's almost running out wide in the last corner. He's in P11. Fernando Button is right behind him. Do we see anybody who's had a moment, SlowMoe?
No, I'm kind of flipping through. I don't see anybody with damage or anything that really stands out. So,
got it. Okay, my bad. Just look different. Wid with his first penalty. Wid, perfection. Half a second served there. That's going to bring Vetterdan a little bit closer, but to be honest, Wid had pulled out a much bigger gap over the last lap since we last saw them, and so ultimately with the penalty, they still end up with that 2.5 second gap from what I can tell. Shaggy has been chasing Vetterdan, and I've not seen him even come close to catching. So Vetter keeping him at bay, maybe Shaggy doing a little bit of tire or fuel saving, do we think? I think we did talk about fuel saving, didn't we?
it could be in play, like you said. I mean, 3 liters a second, that could be a big deal.
Yeah, maybe just maintaining a gap, but at the same time, if you're just maintaining a gap, you'd think you'd maintain it more in the slipstream, right, to save even more. Metal taking that Joker out of here and going out wide, out onto the track there. That seemed a little bit close. C-Dub's having to drive around him. That seems so sketchy to do and run into traffic when you do it. Sheesh.
Well, and if you do the Joker lap, I believe you have the right of way coming back out.
Got it. So here's C-Dub, and he, and Metal actually almost went left. He must have not seen C-Dubs there. He starts tracking left, figures it out, and goes back to the right. So that was lucky not to have a bad incident there. Could have been worse, but good heads-up driving by him. Fearless leader Wid, 3.3 seconds on Vetterdan, who's not giving up. All 3 of these drivers on the soft tire, and only Shaggy do in the Roadster. There's Pabst, been doing well in the police car. 4th place for him, pretty quiet, just far from everyone. Anyone racing tight besides these two, SlowMoe? We got 5th and 6th.
Battle for P5. Ecstasy and Jeffrey are battling right now, and Ecstasy is crawling all over the bumper of Jeffrey at this point. Jeffrey ran a little bit wide across the start-finish there, and it looks like that's going to give Ecstasy enough to get by there. There's the patience right there. As you see Jeffrey losing it a little bit, but keeping it together. Man, he is pushing the limit tonight, isn't he?
He is absolutely pushing the limit, and he was running really well. I was going to say Jeffrey's up to 6. I think he's actually on Jeffrey's coattails, but Jeffrey then, of course, making that mistake and still kind of drifting it up the corner while STC kind of drives away. I just want to reach over in Jeffrey's car and turn on the traction control. I know these cars don't have traction control. There's not a button. But if there was, I want to reach in and just be like, I'm going to put this up to
Let me just help you out real quick.
Yeah, let me help you out. Jeffrey's just having fun out there, but burning them rear tires, man, for sure. And maybe he can get that position back. I mean, he started in last place. He was just in 5th, and we're not even halfway through. We're not even a third of the way through the race here. So Jeffrey really battling hard and might be in contention for a serious finishing position here. Ecstasy in 5th, yes. Running really well. Love that green livery. This is the Joker.
This is a Joker.
Let's see where he comes out. Nice control of the car coming out. Got a little bit squirrely like TK's did there, but not as big a deal. Point and shoot. Yeah. Controlled aggression, all of that. Ecstasy putting on a clinic right now in that lean green Camaro.
Yeah, Tati, back to your point about traction control, something for those of you guys out there that don't do a lot of racing, traction control is there to help you. Use it. Don't be afraid of it. I've seen so many times people are like, you go faster without it. No, not if you wreck. So, it's something to consider. If it's going to help you maintain tires, help you keep the car on the track, don't be afraid of using a little bit here and there.
100%. It's funny that you say this because I literally had a comment on Instagram today that I wrote and said, hey, somebody said traction control makes you slower. And I was like, that's not true at all. It makes you slower if you have no throttle control, right? If you're constantly activating the traction control, it will cut power. But you can have traction control on and never activate it, but it's there should you have a mistake. It's just an insurance policy. But
Can we get a look at
slowing you down.
P6?
P6. Okay, that was Paps taking his situation. Ooh, ecstasy into the kitty litter at the chicane, I think. Yeah, at the chicane. Was he helped? Yep. There was another car involved.
He had Bandit with him, but I don't think Bandit got into the back of him. I think Ecstasy just missed his brake spot there, ran a little bit deep, and ended up in the litter.
Little touch.
Oh, okay.
Slow tap. Yeah, I think he was gonna go deep anyway. Because you're right, it did look like it wasn't really working out for him. Might have been netcode, that's true, but I think he got a little bit of help to just make it where he absolutely did not make the corner. So Ecstasy down in his 7th now. Man, that hurts.
Yeah, Bandit is now hunting down P5 with Jeffrey, less than a second off of him. Jeffrey is on the medium, so Bandit's on a pair of softs that are getting a little bit more worn. So you do expect him to be able to get by Jeffrey here on the straight.
You know, I keep forgetting that Jeffrey's on the medium tire. Has been doing all of this on the slower tire. Has pushed up the order here. I guess not afraid to push them, really, because, you know, ultimately he's likely to have to pit at some point for fuel and the like. So figures he'll use them up to see how far he can get without having tires that'll burn up in 5 laps. So well done. Jeffrey mowing the lawn a little bit there. Okay, mediums are not good for on-grass traction.
I might have got a little help getting out there. Let's see if we can see what happens here. So Bandit's following him in. He's coming into the chicane. Little contact maybe. Yeah, might have been a little contact there, sending him wide.
He was a little out of control there, lost the rear end just a bit, so it's probably moving a bit slower than Bandit expected as well. But everyone being real helpful in that chicane today, SlowMoe. You know, just a bunch of friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Still up to the passing car to make it clean, though.
It is. Sometimes when you're racing friends, though, it's fun to escort them to the outside of the corner. You know, let me just
that's gently...
a fact. Let me have you seen this retaining wall? Have you seen this over here?
Get out there. Let me give you a little tour of the track here.
Yeah. You know what? I missed this. You talked about having not raced in a while. I realized I haven't hopped in a car since probably November or December in the game. Done a lot of commentary. Ain't done a lot of round. So I'm long overdue to get in there. How long's it been for you? You mentioned as well. It's just been a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I did some time trial laps earlier on in the week for, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes. That was about all I got before had to get back out of the chair.
Gotcha. Well, that was, we have a replay. I hope we have a replay, rather, because Ecstasy was just deeper in the kitty litter a moment ago here. Let's see if we can find where he is. I think it looked like somewhere with a big sand trap. Maybe the chicane. Oh, Ecstasy was definitely off-road for a long time. Where did he go? Did he quit?
Yeah, I don't know where he went.
I think I saw chat come up. So somebody, okay, got it. He did quit. It must have been Ecstasy. So dang, we won't get the replay of that, but the camera was moving, and what I saw for a second was Ecstasy very deep into the kitty litter, more than likely in the chicane. I think it's the only place that has that much runoff, or maybe right here on the outside of the chicane. But yeah, man, Ecstasy was running really, really well. Just 2 bad moments, you know, in a row, or maybe I think it was 1 lap and then, you know, 2 laps later, another moment. So that's unfortunate for Ecstasy, who was running in the top 5 really well. Current race order: Witten first, Better Dan still in second, Shaggy Doo still in third. Behind them we've got Paps, and he is nowhere in comparison, 13 seconds back, but that could be a difference of Joker laps, so we'll see. Can't trust the gaps in Joker Series. Bandit's in 5th. Jeffrey back to 6th place. He's gotten his way up to 5th, but has had a few moments on those medium tires, starting to wear out. Angry Fredbird up to 7th place. Way to go, Fredbird. C-Dubs is in 8th place. and we've got Metal down in 9th. Fernando Button is in 10th place. TK's started this thing in 5th. He's down to 11th, but
Yeah, and he's got a fresh set of rubber.
Tires. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think there's been a pit stop. I see tires. I see stuff. Who's pitting now? That's Fernando. Ooh, he might get that 3-second penalty. I don't think he made that turn. Wid, taking that Joker. How does Wid make it look so fast? Everybody else made it look terrible. Like it was the worst thing that ever happened to them. Shaggy Doo equally makes it look super easy. Slow, you did say these folks make it look easy.
They do.
How are they doing better in the Joker lap with worn rubber than some people were doing in the beginning of the race with fresh tires? I don't understand. Vetterdan still in 2nd place on track.
Yep, that Joker lap has closed that gap between him and Wid quite a bit. He's, what, a second and a half off of Wid's pace right now. You know, you really get hungry when you can see the guy right ahead of you on the straight like he does.
You really do, and I wonder if maybe he couldn't see Wid take his Joker lap. I just feel like if you're in 2nd place and you're somewhat on pace for 1st, maybe you haven't completely lost them, you just follow his strat, you know, unless you know something better or different. I don't think the Joker lap's going to get any better there. Fuel tank might get lower, but those tires will get more worn for sure. So I don't know.
Well, historically, the overcut doesn't generally play out favorable, right? I mean, the undercut almost always seems to be the way to go if you can maintain your tires towards the end of the race.
That's right. That's right. If you can maintain them, that's fair. So maybe it's similar for Jokers. I have no idea, but we'll see. Jeffrey seems to be in trouble here. I think he's under attack by Fredbird. I think Fredbird's closer. Fredbird is on softs. Jeffrey's on mediums that, in theory, should be doing better at this point of the race, but they were pretty worn the last time we looked at them. And now we are on board with Angry Fredbird, rolling through those gears, that H pattern shifter in that car as he chases Jeffrey, who I think is also an H pattern, as we recall, in that Mach 40 with the chrome.
Jeffrey a little wide.
Jeffrey cannot get that thing through the last turn consistently. I will say that. I think we've seen him mess up there a lot. Because I don't think that Mustang turns. I think it only turns when you get on the throttle.
Right.
And you're not on the throttle there.
You gotta throttle through it. It's a roadster, yeah. I mean, and you know, Fred's probably not gonna put too much pressure on him through the S's here or going up the left-hand turn uphill. You know, I would imagine Fred's gonna try and wait for the straight and see if he can get a good slip and make a move there.
Maybe. I mean, shoot, at this rate, Jeffrey's liable to pick up a penalty and you get it for free. And you guys are right. I'm sorry. I kept calling it the Mach 40. He is in the Roadster. But yeah, he's been struggling this race, actually this whole evening, I think, in that last corner there. Just really trying to maximize it, but unfortunately not getting to. Shaggy Doo takes a Joker lap and is going to go ahead and pit and take tires as well. Not quite halfway through the race, lap 14 of 30, but perhaps looking to see if the undercut will indeed help him, as you mentioned there. That's Bandit going into the pits. TK's passing, so Bandit also going to jump in and see what we're going to see what tires he comes out on. Again, we're not quite halfway through. Both drivers were on softs. Bandit maybe trying to cover him off there, as we see Pabst in, we see Shaggy Doo in, we see Bandit in, but Vetter and Wid have stayed out. Oh, that's Pabst. Okay, Pabst has fresh tires, and he's in 3rd place right now. Good position to be in, good place to be. Fresh tires on the podium, might have a Joker or two left to do, we'll see, but Pabst on in 3rd place on track right now.
I believe Pabst has run one Joker. I don't know if he's done the second one or not.
Gotcha, okay. Looks like Jeffrey and Angry Fredbird came out exactly the same time, came out of the pits. Wid takes a Joker and pits as well, probably noticing that Shaggy Doo behind did so. Vetterdan is going to go ahead and follow suit as well, not wanting to be left behind in the train of pit stops here, as we just about hit our halfway mark of the race. TK's pitted pretty early, from what I can tell, so those softs. Will they go the distance? I don't know.
Yeah, I almost wonder if he's thinking about maybe doing a 2-stop.
I was wondering too. He pitted early enough that might be happening. It's pretty aggressive. He is channeling his inner Lewis Hamilton at Barcelona. We're gonna go for an aggressive 3-stop race here. Let's see what we can get the win.
Yeah.
Would TK's be the oldest driver to take? Yeah, TK's is in between first and second, so TK's a back marker here. Good driver, of course. He's going to get out of the way as soon as it makes sense to do so for Vetter Dan right now, giving Vetter a nice little tow. TK's ever the friendly driver, saying, hey, let's get you up to first. Let's make this a really good battle, and as soon as possible, I'll get rid of you or I'll get out of your way. Fernando into the wall, just hard on the throttle there. You can see him in the background. Just completely snapped to the right, 9 degrees to the right and into the wall there as he tried to get out of the way of these racers here. TK's not quite getting out of Vetter's way here. Oh, he did. Sorry, it looked like Vetter was still behind him. So TK's does get out of the way. Vetter is a little bit closer to Wid. I think some of that tow might have worked. We did see Wid hit some traffic with Fernando Button. And now Vetter Dan is 1.5 seconds away. But SlowMoe, I think Vetter Dan owes another Joker, right? Because he didn't take his when Wid took his first one. That last turn one, the turn 11.
Right. As I'm looking through his lap times, I see one recently. But if he did one between laps 1 and 7, we can't see it on his little gauge there. So it's possible that he's done both.
Got it. I get the feeling that he hasn't. So we'll see where he actually ends up on track. That might mean Shaggy Doo is actually 3rd place here, but he's in traffic. And these two cars have fresh rubber. He is alongside Fredbird, but Fredbird pitted. Fredbird is
no, Fredbird has not pit. Fred and Jeffrey have not been in the pits yet. No.
Why did I think they came out together? Did I just completely made that up?
They just been together the whole time, yeah.
Ooh, man, Jeffrey barely holding on to it, getting out of that corner there, but Shaggy Doo has got it going, got in front of him. Jeffrey's going to tuck in for that free slipstream to try to maximize his gap to Angry Fredbird there, of course. But Shaggy is free in 3rd place. The car ahead, Vetter owes a Joker, but he's 13 seconds ahead. Do we think that's big enough gap that he can do a Joker and not get caught?
I do. I personally think the Joker's, I don't know, 8 to 10, depending upon how well you do it.
Yeah, and I think he's done the slowest Joker. I think he did the one right before the pit stop. Or right before pit entry, which is the slower of the Jokers. I think he did that right with Wid. And so the last turn one seems to be quicker, at least for these top drivers. We've seen Wid and Shaggy Doo take it very quickly and very smoothly. So I think you're right. I think it's more than enough time for him to take a Joker and keep the position. It would probably make sense to go ahead and do that now while that gap is.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree 100%, especially early. They're starting to spread out a little bit, but to be honest with you, he's only 3 seconds back of Wid. He's got a pretty good gap on Shaggy right now. So, I would imagine he's just trying to keep that gap with him and Wid close enough to where he can see him and try and follow that line maybe and try and keep himself in position to get a podium.
I agree. And Shaggy is on a tear, and maybe Shaggy's too far and he obviously won't be able to see where Shaggy is or what Shaggy's dealing with, but there's a car up ahead here, but Shaggy's out of traffic. Shaggy really has nobody who is at least on his level of speed in between them. So that gap could fall. Now is the time to take your Joker and keep it going. Jeffrey is into the pits, by the way. His car was wiggling a little. Can't tell if that's controller stuff or if he's got damage. He did the Joker. Jeffrey did a Joker. I just saw that front end wiggling a lot, like somebody trying to keep it pointed straight with front end damage. I don't know.
Yeah, and Fred stayed out. You know, him and Jeffrey ran the mediums in his pit before Fred did on the soft.
Wow. So Fred is still out there on the soft.
Still out there.
We saw him make him last the entire race last time around. That was 18 laps. We are running lap.
We're 19 in
now.
Yeah.
Still out there, and notice though, his tires look way better at lap 19 in this race than they did lap 18 in the last one.
They absolutely do.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is, but remember, his stuff was dead. We laughed. We all had a good belly laugh at how dead his tires were by lap 18. So he figured something out this time around, or maybe just hasn't had to use them so bad. That is Vetter finally taking that Joker lap, and it does maintain a really good gap to Shaggy. 8 seconds there for Vetter. So Shaggy with some work to do, you know. I think we're going to the end of the race now for these 3 drivers, the top 3.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think those 3 are trying to figure out exactly which podium prize they're going to get. And it looks like they've got it figured out. As long as we don't see anybody make any really bad mistakes, this is most likely how they're going to finish. And, you know, the Redbird in P4, is he going to run another no-stopper? Is he giving us the Shaggy strat?
Can't be, dude. Angry. No way. You got 10 more laps to do, bro? I don't know. I don't think he
I don't either. I don't know.
Can. Yeah. I mean, if he did, I mean, it'd be legendary, quite frankly. But yeah, Angry pit. You don't have to go so hard.
He's got 21 seconds between him and the next driver and Bandit, so.
Oh. Bandit going wide, going real.
Oh, that's going to increase that gap between him and Fred. Ooh, almost got T-dubs.
I need, you know what? He's got traction.
Yeah, here you go.
So he couldn't just break traction and get that car around a little bit better. But yep, completely out.
Oh, just couldn't quite get that line.
Yeah, nice. And you can see him hard on the throttle, thinking he's gonna just whip the car around. You can see traction control literally screaming if it made noise.
Yeah,
but
bright red, and Fred has gone into the pits. Okay.
Fred has gone in. Got it. We thought so. Unfortunately.
And maintains P4, I think.
Maybe. There's Bandit.
Nope, there they go.
Yep. Shaggy. He's coming out, but yeah, he's not gonna come out in time. Yeah, still in. So Bandit and Jeffrey's been going at it since like the beginning of this race. Whether it's the Bandit and Jeffrey show or the Jeffrey and Bandit show, they've been together. Either way, Jeffrey on soft tires now behind Bandit, and that's wide, and that's going to be a penalty, and you might as well give the position back, but he won't because he's going to serve it anyway.
Well, Bandit's on mediums.
Bandit's on mediums. How did he not get a penalty?
Whoa.
Jeffrey with the cheat code.
The penalty whisperer.
Bravery, and Bandit carrying some speed from turn 7 into turn 6. That was really nice for Bandit. Letting Jeffrey know it's not so easy as that. It's not as easy as just having the inside from the corner when you're talking to me. Wow. Y'all better talk to Bandit nice. Okay? This is hard battling, door banging into the chicane. Jeffrey not able to make the corner. I think, you know, that was a little bit, came from the door bang a little bit there. Honestly, he got sent out wide, a little bit in the grass there. I think the right side tires were in the grass for a bit, and yeah, that's gonna totally throw off your braking. Bandit also didn't look like he was ever going to be able to go too wide there. He goes all the way to the outside of the corner. So Jeffrey just can't get past 5th. That's the best we've seen. Something always happens. He gets to the 5th place and he can't progress. If anything, he falls back. Dude, 12 seconds. So it's the same race over and over and over again.
Right.
Same race. Vetter doing his best to stay away from Shaggy Doos. The gap hasn't changed too much. It was about 8 seconds when Vetter took his
Yeah, Vetter, you got your blinker on.
Never let them know your next move. Okay, you don't know. Take another Joker.
Please don't go left there.
Don't go left. Don't go left. Yeah, the gap is pretty much being maintained. Shaggy is not catching Vetter, and I think Shaggy's tires are a little older too, if I'm not mistaken. I think a couple laps at least.
I believe you're correct. Yes.
Got it. Just saw T-Case in the background there, by the way. Still running well. P7, started in P5, but running better than he has in the previous races. So shout out to T-Case, our fellow commentator. If you watch the Joker series, you've probably heard his voice a ton. Good to see him on track now. Dude, Jeffrey's right back up to Bandit. I mean, those
guess who's battling again?
And Bandit is unbothered. Not even going defensive there. Just using up all the track and trusting that his Camaro is big enough to keep Jeffrey at bay.
The widest Camaro you ever seen.
The widest one ever. It's a double wide. Jeffrey kind of making some decisions that like aren't great. Like right here.
Whoa! Look at that move.
Yeah. You know, we talked about low percentage moves, right? Because there is Bandit right there.
Bandit takes it right back. What a battle these guys are having.
That's right. Bandit showing his friend the outside of the corner. Once again, if he's
not over
here,
not over.
It's not over.
Now they're gonna give each other looks on a straightaway here through the windows. See if we're gonna have another door banging incident as they get down to the turn. And Bandit tucks back in. What a battle these two are putting on today.
Yeah. Bandit making it clear to Jeffrey that you know, dumb passes get responses, but Jeffrey ultimately able to make something happen with the grip of those softs. But Bandit really battling hard and putting on a clinic on how to keep somebody behind you when you're on the slower tire there. We're watching the pass here. This is Jeffrey. Bandit uses up all the track. Jeffrey decides, I'm going to go use even more track. As long as those left-hand tires are inside by the time we get that white line, I'm good. But Bandit, better on the brakes into turn 6, did briefly take the position back, but Jeffrey ultimately takes it and has run away. That gap is 3.5 seconds already there. There's TK's P7. We got about 7 laps left to go, especially once Metal finishes this lap here. There's C-Dubs running in 9th right now, so C-Dubs not running as high a position as he has been. I think maybe he's had some damage, SlowMoe. Has he been having trouble?
I don't see C-Dubs, but I don't see any damage out there, so I don't know. Maybe C-Dubs is just cooling out a little bit and maybe trying to. I'm not sure.
Got it. Well, I meant earlier, like maybe he had pitted earlier for damage.
Yeah.
Like that. And that's what's got him down so low in the order here, because he started this thing in 2nd, right? 2nd or 3rd. He was up there. He qualified really well for this prize split, as I recall correctly. His Shaggy still running alone in 3rd place, and definitely is not. C-Dubs was 3rd. Got it. And Shaggy Do not catching Vetter Dan. The gap is up to a 2nd now, second bigger now, 9 seconds for Shaggy Do.
And guess who's battling again at P3 and 4? Bandit had caught up to Jeffrey just a little bit, but Jeffrey's starting to pull back away.
Got it. I was gonna say it's got to be Jeffrey. He's been dragging those softs, you know, through a lot. So possibly wearing them out, and you know, Bandit did what he had to do. You know, that's kind of how I race too. It's like, I know you may be on a faster tire. I know you may even be technically ahead of me, and I'm not really racing you. But if I can afford to, I'm gonna slow you down to give myself a chance. If you're on a softer compound or rubber, I'm gonna make it real hard for you to pass me, because I want to wear that rubber out as much as possible. Maybe I'll get another chance in 5 laps or something, right? So Bandit did what he had to do, but was it enough? And is there enough time left? I don't know. Fredbird,
yeah,
he did pit, get those tires, and looks like it's working out.
He did finally got some rubber on there, which I think will go a long way for him.
Yeah. Yes, it will. Hey, buddy. What's up, TKs? Looking good in the the orange and turquoise teal. I don't even know what color I want to call it, but this crazy Camaro here.
Seafoam. I think it's seafoam.
Seafoam. Got it. Little orange sherbet and seafoam. Camaro running pretty good. He's kind of in no man's land. Nobody ahead, nobody behind. I know we saw him run the last turn Joker really early in the race. And I do believe we saw him run the second one in the background, so I think he's good where he's at. Metal's behind him, 13.5 seconds behind him. And no one... Huh? Yeah, we lost C-Dubs. I think we've lost quite a few people throughout this race. Some folks not having a good time, which, you know, everyone's running harder, you know, trying to get a prize. This is the last race of the evening, and I think maybe some folks not too happy with the way they were being raced. Or maybe making just mistakes of their own, and they've decided, hey, I'm gonna call it a night. It happens, but these guys staying locked in. Wid up front by 14 seconds. Better Dan still in it. There's Bandit in 5th place, who's been chasing Jeffrey down and fighting hard. He's about to get lapped by Wid. And we're almost through with this race. Go ahead.
You know, the biggest gap that I see on track right now is from P3 to P4. Shaggy has 50 seconds on Jeffrey behind him.
50. Whoa, sheesh. Pedal issues for C-Dubs, and so that's why he had to retire the car there. You hate to see it, but it happens. So better luck next time, you know, next month when we come back with the next Joker series, which, by the way, after this race, stick around because we are going to reveal what the next combos will be, and you'll have a month to get it right. As you can see, the competition's stiff. You got drivers like Jeffrey, who never give up, running 4th now, doing really well. Bandit just got passed by Wid. That was not a pass for position. That was a blue flag pass. So he'll just try to ride Wid's coattails. Maybe get up to Jeffrey? I mean, it's a big gap. It's like 9 seconds.
It is a big gap, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to slipstream your way up there. But
he's got 3 laps, but... Well, 2.
Got 3 laps, and we've seen Jeffrey not be consistent. And that's not shade. That's just facts. So, he's really never out of it. No matter how far Jeffrey gets ahead of him. If you know, tonight's history is anything to go by. Papa in the chat. What's up, Papa?
Papa! Legend.
Yeah.
The man, the myth, and the legend.
The man, the myth, and the legend. That's right. Speaking of legends, 14 seconds forward now. Running low on fuel, yeah. But he's on lap 29. I thought we were on lap 27. We're not. Those guys were just lapped. I thought that, like, oh, you've got 3 laps to catch Jeffrey. No, you don't. Because with the leaders are on the penultimate lap. That's how fast these guys are, man. Everyone had to take a joker, 2 jokers. Everyone had to pit at least once because the tires weren't going to make it the whole way. Yet these 2 drivers have managed to lap so much of the field. Twice, I guess, was the number there, or at least once. But yeah, Jeffrey working lap 28. He's just now getting to the last corner while we were watching the leaders get to about the halfway mark. They're on turn 6, turn 7 now, and Jeffrey hasn't even crossed the line to start lap 29. So just huge amounts of speed. All right, only the top 4 drivers on the lead lap. Angry Fredbird showing some speed though, might unlap himself on Vetterdan. It's not a pass for position and ultimately wouldn't gain much. Might be too much of a risk to take anyway. So he might just stay where he's at there. TK, his front left tires. Remember, TK's pitted super early SlowMoe.
He did.
Maybe 2 stop, but I guess he didn't.
No, that or the undercut, right? But I mean, P7's not bad. You can't hate that. But I know TK's wanted a little bit of a better result. But then again, I'm sure he's glad to be out on track.
Heck yeah! Instead of being in the booth with us, yeah. The guy loves racing. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. He won't lose a position as long as he can keep it on track, and that's the challenge when your tires are done. You know, you think, oh, I'm gonna take it easy, but they'll still catch you out You know, you just never
Yeah.
know. You can't
Our
trust.
leader is on the back straight, coming into the chicane here to close out his third in a row here tonight for the Joker Series.
Yeah, an absolute shutout by Wid. Joker Series 3P, not an easy feat. But here we are, we're watching it, and both times by double-digit seconds, right? So first place goes to Wid. Vetterdan, who put up such a great fight in this last race, the second race of the evening, is going to do so again this time and be rewarded with second place there. We got Shaggy Doo is going to come in the third. And Jeffrey is somewhere way behind him, 48 seconds. So I don't even know if we're going to see Jeffrey cross the line. We'll see it, maybe. Bandit and Angry Fredbird will already have taken the checker at 5th and 6th place. Somehow T-Case and Metal have not, maybe because they are not on the last lap yet, but perhaps once he crosses the line, it'll count it. I can't remember how Gran Turismo calculates.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how they do that if you get lapped a couple times.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, that's a wall, friend, and a 1.5 second penalty. It would be hilarious if it did not give him the checker flag and he had to go again. But TK's knowing what we don't know, and then he was going to take the checker there. Metal is going to cross the line again here, and Jeffrey will now cross the line for 4th place. That was weird, but it worked out. It worked out. A heavy race. That time around, lots of crashes, some choice words, or not words, you know, just some tensions high there, but not for Wid. Very relaxed for most of it, and won again. So S7R's win, Wid with the top prize, all 3 races. I think he should win something extra for that. I think there should be 2 jerseys, but you know, it's just me. I'll go ahead and read the results. I've been making you do it this whole time, Sal. I got it, okay? Wid in first place, of course, in that 69 Camaro. Vetterdan in the same car in 2nd place. And then 4 Roadsters in a row. You got Shaggy Doo in 3rd, Jeffrey in 4th, RTS Bandit in 5th, Angry Fredbird in 6th. You had T-Case in 7th with the 69 Camaro. I said 96, a good year. Anyway, Metal in 8th in the Roadster as well, and I think everyone else DNF. So you got S to C, Fernando Button, B Paps, C Dubs, and Nasty all lost during the course of that final race. Ooh, Salamander, SlowMoe, we've done it. We made it. Okay. How many laps is this? 66 laps of Road Atlanta tonight.
Oh, you want me to math now? It's late. I don't know that I can math that well.
You know what? I did the math for you, and whether it's wrong or not, just
All right.
pretend it was right. Yeah, let that number exist. Let that be in the ether. Driver of the race, man. I guess I have to do it again. It's got to be Jeffrey. Came in from last. I know we did lose some drivers, which of course helps, but you know, he drove really well. He drove really well, and got itself up to 4th place, so it's going to be Jeffrey for me.
Yeah, last to 4th is very, very admirable. I'm going to take Shaggy Doo. I think he was very patient. Vetterdan had a really good race as well, so that would be my honorable mention for driver of the race. But my choice will be Shaggy Doo. Let us know who yours is. I know Sal's going to get a poll up there for everybody to fill out. And let's see who you guys think.
Sal, did you save the replay? Good job. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. Yeah, gotta save it. We're gonna take a break, guys. We'll come back with the driver of the race. We'll give out the prizes, or we'll remind you who won the prizes, and then we'll reveal the next combo. See you soon.
Cutting through the air, every nerve alive. The world's a blur of motion. dear. Gravity is pulling, but I'm already there. Slipstream in the shadow, breaking through the pack. The hidden road is waiting, no way to turn back. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Adrenaline, adrenaline, voices in the engine sing. One chance, one line, cross the edge of time. Gotta burn it up, in the Joker series, burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender, no fear, we're tearing up the ground. The Joker series, we're lost but never found. Burn it down, yeah. Burn it to the core. Rev it up, leave them begging for more. Joker's calling, feel the rush, no doubt. In the series, we burn it down. Stealing sparks, we're dancing with the flame. Every corner's deadly, but we play the game. Joker's rules, no mercy, no disguise. See the hunger for the win in every driver's eyes. Wreckage in the rear view, ghosts on my tail. Push the throttle harder, I was born to fail. No brakes, no mistakes, just a rebel's heart. Joker series rips the world apart. Truth is I'm wired, adrenaline's my vice. Risk it all, roll the dice, pay the price. Fuel in my veins, fire in my chest. Joker's got me hooked, no time for rest. Gotta burn it up, in the Joker series, burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender, no fear, we're tearing up the ground. In the Joker series, we're lost but never found. Burn it down, burn it to the core. Rev it up, leave them begging for more. Joker's calling, feel the rush, no doubt. In the series, we burn it down. Crash and burn, spin out, lose control. Joker's laughing, it's a fight for my soul. Blood on the
All right, everybody, welcome back. I am glad to be back in the booth here. SlowMoe, Tati, those were some crazy races. I think we kind of
They
expected
were.
some fireworks in this one, and I think we certainly got it. So, wow, what a race. So we closed out the poll for driver of the race. Looks like Shaggy Doo. Congrats, Shaggy, for taking home driver of the race in race 3. Put on a solid
Way
performance
to go,
there.
Shaggy.
Nice job, Shags.
Oh, but man, I don't know what else to expect coming out of that race. I mean, the first one, certainly was everybody kind of getting a feel for what was going on. The second got more competitive, and then certainly the third one. I mean, what do you guys got to say about that? I mean, SlowMoe, what were your kind of thoughts on that last race there?
Yeah. I mean, the last race was fun to watch. Those guys, the front runners really ran away with that. For a minute, we thought Fredbird was going to be on a Shaggy strat and just not change tires. He finally did towards the end. I mean, you saw a little bit of everything. You saw the guys that got damage early, had to pit. You saw the guys that had a really good race and were able to pretty much lap the field. And then you saw some of the guys mid-pack that just grinded. through all 30 laps with people all over them all over the time. Bandit and Jeffrey with an incredible battle that we got to watch there, especially towards the end of the race. So I really enjoyed that combo, man. That was fun. I want to get out on track in these.
Yeah, Jeffrey and Bandit certainly had quite a bit of battling going on. So that was a bit of elbows out there, but you gotta fight for position. Quick shout out to TKS. I see gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Thank you, TKS. We see you out there. Thank you, buddy. Tati, what are your thoughts on that? What we saw here today?
I think what was great about it and what really helped it develop was that most of the drivers were here for all 3 races. So you saw people pretty much get their confidence around the track, were able to make things happen, especially in that second race. I think the second race was really the pinnacle, the apex of the 3 races. It's only because some folks had a bad time in the last one and did quit, made it a little bit of a smaller race, but almost everyone was doing better, and we were seeing braver and braver passes. Bandit, to Bandit versus Jeffrey was insane. Just people feeling comfortable in those cars. I think the cars were also the star.
Yep, absolutely.
Well chosen, Salem.
Yeah, it was a fun one. I was expecting it to be, but once again, we're gonna congrats to our winners. Sector 7's Wid took home the win in the prize split. PHG's Vetterdan in P2. Shaggy in P3. Those 3 are going to win the prizes. Wid getting the trophy. Vetterdan with the coffee mug. I think Vetterdan got P2 last time, so I wonder if him and Shaggy are going to want to swap prizes or something. We'll let them talk about that. But Shaggy do in P3 with the $5 gift card to the Salamander Racing merch store. Maybe he's anxious to get some merch. So I know the link has been thrown in the chat a couple of times throughout the broadcast here, so I'm hoping people go check that out. But we have one more prize to give away, and we're going to use the old giveaway wheel in order to see who's going to get the free jersey. So let's give that wheel a spin.
Yeah.
All right, where's SlowMoe's name on there?
I don't see SlowMoe. That's crazy.
I don't see Tati either. Yeah, what?
All of them are me.
Is it?
TK.
It's TK's
Nice.
winning the jersey.
I know he's been wanting one.
That couldn't have happened to a better man. It didn't happen to a Vetterdan, but it did happen to TK. So
look at you go.
Congrats,
I think we know what
TK's
colors
for
he's
winning
going
the
to make
jersey.
it.
I'm sure he's pretty excited about that one. Oh,
For
man.
sure.
Get ready for Seafoam and Orange TK's jersey.
There we go. There we go.
I know it's going to happen.
Well, the best part
By
is
the
you
way-
get to work with Jim from 4D, and between the 2 of them, they will custom design what the jersey is. I know Metal won in the last round. He posted some pictures of the jersey that he won, and it was pretty slick looking. So
It was.
Nice.
looking forward
By
to
the
what
way,
those 2 put together.
Jeffrey called his battle the Coca-Cola, the Soda Wars, the Coca-Cola versus Dr. Pepper.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. How did we not pick up on that?
Right. We watched them fight
Oh.
for so long. That was awesome.
All right.
Congratulations to all the drivers, the winners. Sal,
Absolutely.
sorry, this is your show. Take it.
No,
Sorry.
so with this being my show, this is the part where we get to reveal next month's combo. I love this part because I'm always anxious for the next one coming up. And this next one, I think, is going to be absolutely epic. I'm hoping people are excited about this. But for the next round, what we've got, we're running at Yasa Marina.
What?
Oh.
It's a billionaire's race.
Billionaire.
I chose
Yeah, it
6
is.
of the most exotic cars that are in the game. And I did test them. So the 6 of them are relatively competitive. There were a couple of others. There were a couple of the Ferraris that I could have put in there, but I didn't want it to be 3 Ferraris and 3 of something else. So there are 6 manufacturers. We've got the Porsche in the 918 Spider. We got the Lamborghini in the Veneno. We've got the Ferrari in the 296 GTB, a relatively new car. We got the Pagani Hyra, the Bugatti Chiron, and the Aston Martin Vulcan. And if you can tell in that map in the upper right, there are 3, count them, 3 Joker
Oh my
laps at Yas Marinas.
Oh,
I just wrapped up the demo video earlier today that I had to put together to explain the protected zones and all that stuff with that. It's a handful. People are going to have to study up on this one. There's a couple other gotchas we're going to throw in there. All 3 tire compounds are going to be required. And of course, we're going to do this at night because Yas Marina looks
yeah.
fabulous at night. But yeah, that's what we got coming up next month. What do you guys think about that one?
I think it's such a great theme. Billionaire race at, Yas Marina, one of the richest places on the freaking planet, right? Very prestigious Formula One race. This seems like it's right at home. 3 Jokers. One of them looks insane. How do you do the one at the hairpin?
Right?
Very slowly. It's very much like that Joker A at Road Atlanta that we just saw. Like, you really got to slow it down to get through the hairpin. But I mean, other than that, it's not too bad. I mean, it's a chicane. It's just exiting out of it is tricky. So drivers are going to definitely have to watch the video on that one, because as the Joker lap driver exits, they get rights to the apex, and the other drivers have to avoid the apex as they're coming out. But then as you're exiting the corner and getting onto the straight, the non-Joker lap drivers have rights to the outside of the track. The Joker lap driver can't just run them off as they're trying to get through that corner. So as much as they want to carry as much speed as possible, we're going to have to be careful not to just run people off. And then the other 2 are on the long straightaway. So there's just a bunch of maneuvering as far as people getting into a Joker, out of a Joker. There's a lot of possibility for some drama there. But we've laid it all out in the demo video as to how to behave and all that stuff. So I hope people take it seriously and check it out. But yeah, I mean, that was really the theme here. Yas Marina, like you said, I mean, Tati hit the nail on the head. Super rich place. I wanted to put the super rich cars in this one. I've been thinking about this one since the day Yas Marina was released. I'm like, oh, I want to do this. And there's really a 4th section, and I talk about this in the demo video, that could be a Joker lap, but for some reason the game resets you if you try to go through it. It's on the lead up to the hairpin. There's that little section that goes off, but if you drive through there, it resets your car. So it's like such an opportunity for a 4th Joker, but it is what it is.
Alas, I am terrified of the hairpin Joker. In my mind, I was just like, I don't care if the track is clockwise or counterclockwise, because I couldn't remember for a second. I know it's counterclockwise, but I mean, it's awful either way. Sal, why are you doing this? Why are you like this?
Well, I'm trying to do things different. That's the whole point. That's the whole point to what we do here, is we're trying to do things different, give people things they haven't done before, maybe drive some of these cars they haven't been able to drive before, except maybe in a time trial, and do it at a fun track. We are using racing tires, and because these are super exotic cars, they're kind of in race trim, so they kind of act like race cars for the most part. It's not like some of these road cars where if you were to throw racing tires on them, they act all weird. So it should be fun. It should be a competitive race. A lot of different cars to test, a lot of cars to choose from. I was somewhat surprised, I'll say this, in my testing, of which ones were strong and which ones weren't. So people are definitely gonna have to check it out.
Okay,
That's a great combo.
Really excited. Yeah, fantastic combo. Yeah, guys, good luck to everyone in that one.
Yeah, that is going to be interesting. But really, that is it for today. I once again want to thank our sponsor, 40 Racewear. Go check them out, 40racewear.com. Look at their stuff. If you end up ordering anything, use code Salamander10X at checkout. You'll get 10% off your order. They've got a great set. They've got a whole bunch of different gloves. I've got these ones here. They've got other ones that are like a little longer that like go over your wrist. I have really big hands, so they look small to me. They got great set of racing boots or racing shoes. These are fabulous. I love these things. Racing in those are phenomenal. They've got a couple of different sets. Definitely go check them out. And the jerseys. We've been talking about the jerseys. These things are comfortable. Love them. Metal likes his. T-Case is going to be getting one for free, but for the rest of you, go order one up.
Yeah.
They're really nice. So
Case.
once again, thanks to the sponsors. I want to promote a bunch of the other series that we have out there. We've got the PHG World Series going on. They're in season 4. They're a little over halfway through. Just a couple weekends ago, we wrapped up a charity event benefiting Vet Motorsports. They raised, I can't remember how much it was. It was something like $1,200 for Vet Motorsports. So, great, working with them guys and running the PHG World Series. Our friend T-Case, he runs T-Case Tuesdays every Tuesday night. Go check him out over at his channel, T-Case 101 on YouTube. And he also runs Thursday Night Thunder when we're not doing Joker Series stuff. So there's that. There's the NRL. They are in the off season right now. They wrapped up season 7, was it? Just like a month or so ago. But definitely check out more information about that at mcnaughty.gg. And then we have the upcoming VIP Racing League that starts right after the PHG World Series ends. Definitely go check those guys out. The 3 of us here are all part of a 6-person project putting on a broadcasting studio, Upshift Media Studios, and we will be running the broadcast for that VIP League. I'm super excited for that one. Also, go check out our channel there at Upshift Media Studios on YouTube. Make sure to go subscribe because we plan on doing a lot of broadcasting over there. Me, SlowMoe, Tati, we're all part of that, along with Papa, T-Case, and McNaughty. All stars in the GT7 broadcasting community, definitely.
Let's do it.
That is it. So we're going to wrap it up for today. Any last words from you guys? Tati, I'll let you go first.
As usual, fun times, fun races. These drivers are super impressive, and this next combo seems like it's going to be even harder. So I'm looking forward to seeing how y'all do. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks, Tati. And SlowMoe, how about you? Say your goodbyes.
Always a pleasure to see everybody. Great racing tonight, Sal. Awesome combo. Looking forward to Yaz Marina as well. Check on your friends and family. Mental health is a real thing.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to ask somebody twice. Sometimes people are just going to tell you they're fine, and that's not really what's going on. So check on your people. Make sure to take care of folks. And thank you, guys. It's always a pleasure to be around.
100% SlowMoe.
Message.
Yep, great message. Definitely adhere to that. Mental health is a thing. Check on your friends, check on your family. Couldn't agree more. Thank you, SlowMoe and Tati, for helping commentate this one. I appreciate you guys spending your Thursday nights with me and helping put this show on for the people. Thank you, everybody out there who stopped by. For the people that dropped off some gifted memberships, Fernando and T-Case, thanks for that. Really appreciate it. Until next time, we will be catching you in a month for the next Joker Series race. In the meantime, you'll find us here running PHG World Series and my own streams. So until the next time, peace out. Be nice to one another. Take care. Okay, there we go. Woo! E-Case! Someone's got to be happy.
score.